Hey, what's up, collecting crew, and welcome to the Figure Lowdown. I'm Jay Feezy, and this is where we at episode 32 of Figure Lowdown. If this is your first time to the channel, first and foremost, thank you for joining me. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming through and giving me the time of day to see what this channel is all about. The Figure Lowdown is a video series slash live stream where I discuss figures of multiple scales. Outside of the major players, so for 1/6, outside of Hot Toys, in art, things like that, I have a separate stream for that. That's Hot Talk. But on the smaller scale, typically 1/12, I talk about figures outside of Hasbro, mostly just Hasbro, right? Because I figure there's a lot of other channels discussing that stuff. So this is more about the figures that aren't as popular or lesser known, just to kind of spread that awareness and share some information and things like that. So sometimes it's some interesting figures, and sometimes it's kind of like, okay, well, they made that. But either way, the preferences, we all have preferences, and it's just we're not gonna like everything, and so, but again, just to spread awareness and things like that. Again, if you're new to the channel, timestamps will be in the description below. After the stream, so if you want to jump to a particular figure, if you catch it on a replay, if you want to jump back, or even if you saw it live and you want to get some more information or catch something, those are in there, as well as the links to my panelist socials, so including the one I have here, a special guest. Their links is already in the description below, so be sure and support their content. Go out, check them out, check out their content. If you like what they're doing, show them some love. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And then, as usual, on the Figure Lowdown, the links to the figures that we'll be discussing will be in the description as well. They should be in there now. If not, I will go in and put those there. But those are there for reference. As always, shop around, find your preferred retailer, find something that suits your needs or your preferences based on where you're at in the world. So I know there's a lot out there. Sometimes some figures are exclusive, and I'll let you know ahead of time or when we discuss that figure if they are or not. But yeah, with that, I think I got everything. And of course, if you guys can help me out, I think everything's good on my end. But if anything comes in through the audio, video, anything like that, let me know if there's any issues, and I will do my best to get those fixed. But with that being said, let me go ahead and welcome my special guest, first time to the channel, let alone this video series. Just recently came across his channel. Good man, good people over there on his channel. So I'm glad he was able to make some time to join me here. And that is Abi from Figure Fight Club. Good sir, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're able to make it, and we finally were able to connect.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, I know I'm mostly active in the 1/6 scale community, but as some of you know, when this stream. Like obviously with this stream, I collect multiple scales, and from what I've seen, Avi, I know you're kind of similar as well. I know you came in on my in the chats and a couple of my streams prior, and you mentioned you just, if I remember correctly, you mentioned you just started collecting 1/6 scale figures, and you have some Hot Toys.
I started last year. Hot Toys.
Last year? Oh, okay.
Yeah, last year. I actually just bought one on Friday, or I guess Saturday early morning, I should say, during my members only. So we like to enable each other during the shows, right? So someone enabled me. I ended up picking up a Hot Toys Rescue from BBTS.
Oh, nice.
It was on a discounted price. I was like, hey, this is a pretty good price for this figure. Like, all right, I'll buy. I'll jump on it. So I ended up picking that up. It's in my pile of loot now. So I mean, I have about 25 to 30 Hot Toys, like between 20 and 30. I've opened them, put them back in the box, and they sit in my closet.
Yeah, so you already amassed a good collection already.
Yes, so far.
I mean, nice.
I mean, it's Hot Toys. They're like, they're incredible looking, man. It's crazy.
yeah, you ain't lying, man. Yeah, that's the same reason why I collect them as well. But for those that don't know, here Abi has his channel, Figure Fight Club. It's kind of like a network, and he has other guests that have their own shows as well. And they, like I said, a good group of people over there. I mostly attend their open mic night. So it's every Tuesday. And like I said, a link will be in the description below to his channel if you want to check out his stuff and his other co-creators and support their content. But I participate in the chats. I have yet to partake in it in live. I still plan to, but Tuesdays, unfortunately, that's one of my kids has their activities during that time. And so it's kind of hard for me to jump on. But I want to. I'm just looking for that opportunity to get in there and join.
We do special open mic nights sometimes on Fridays and Saturdays as well. They've been successful when I've done them, so we plan to do more.
Okay, nice. So I know I kind of gave a quick little intro there, but you want to let folks know, tell them about yourself, a little more about your channel, anything that I may have missed for those who may not be aware of who you are and your channel?
Sure. Well, I'm Abi from Figure Fight Club. I started Figure Fight Club, I guess the channel officially lives about November of 2024. End of November. It was like December 1st almost. We went live for the first time, and it's been great. We started out Friday nights. It was more like an interview. Our Friday shows are more interview style, whether it's another toy tuber or it's like someone from the industry. It's one of those. And then later on, we introduced Tuesday nights, open mic nights, where we put the StreamYard link in the chat, and anyone can come and join in. I can only have 10 people on the screen, so we normally rotate people out. But it's just about, show us your pickups. Let's talk toys, whatever you want to talk about, really. Just don't be a Richard. That's really the only rule. And then later on, I was talking to one of my co-hosts, and he wanted to do a Transformers show. I was like, let's do it. Let's do Monday nights. And I'm more of a backstage personality in that one. I do the producing stuff, but Monday nights we do Decepticast, which is purely Transformer based, all Transformer action figures, and that's ran by my co-host Talib 1980 Collects.
Nice, yeah. So I know you got a couple of, yeah. I haven't caught the Decepticast, but I have seen those thumbnails. And then I go back and watch the replay on your Friday night, like the interview ones. I know just this past Friday, right? You had an interview with MCU Collector, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I was actually streaming on another channel myself on that one, but so I'll have to go back and catch the replay on there. But yeah, so mostly active in the 112 scale community, you would say?
Right? Yes, I would say 99%, to be honest with you.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, perfect for this stream, obviously, because like I said, we discussed multiple channels, and so for those of you who are in the same, but I know it's a niche, right? Like 1/6 scale, 1/12 scale, particularly. But then, I in my experience, there's been very few collectors who collect both. But I know there's very valid reasons too, right? Money and space, which is what a lot of collectors that are
the main villain of every collector, right? Space.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. And being a part of both communities, you see those similarities, you see those that both communities share. I mean, it's obviously it makes sense, right? They're just like they're goods, they're products, and so it's probably similar to other hobbies as well, where you have like physical items. But I noticed a lot of the the common criticisms or the complaints, if you want to call them, or just issues that collectors share in one community, they can also share in the other. So
that's very true.
And you guys touched on this before. Like I said, I listen to your open mic on Tuesday, and I participate when I can. But there's just so much stuff, man. There's just a lot of figures across multiple scales, and it's some people are saying this is like the golden age of collecting because it's not stopping, right? They're just coming out with more.
You have third party as well.
Yep, exactly.
That just kind of changed the dynamic of everything. Honestly speaking, because they're. I mean, some of them are not cheap, but.
No.
Like some of them, you essentially have a mini version of a Hot Toy in 1/12 scale, which is crazy.
Yeah, they're getting there. Yeah, I know some people, some 1/6 scale collectors are saying, if they had, the only reason they're holding back is because they're saying that, if the detail or the likeness isn't there, or some of that, the quality isn't there in the 1/12 as in 1/6, they ain't going to get it. But if it's there, that's more tempting for them. And so we're getting closer to that, man, honestly, right? I'm sure you've seen like the in art making staples with their 1/12 scale, and I think you actually got one of them recently, right? The Batman.
I'm trying to get my hands on a Batman. I think Kaiju Daddy just got me the LPZZ was it Arkham Knight Batman?
Oh yeah, nice.
And then I'm trying to get my hands on an in art one. I heard it's a great figure, but I still need one.
I've only heard good things about that. I don't have that yet, but I did order the Black Myth Wukong, the in art one, the 12 scale. I'm looking forward to that one because I'm a fan of that, just that IP, if you call it.
Yeah, they look great too.
Yeah, they do. Same LPZZ. I heard good things about that. Didn't get the Batman, same thing, but I got the Deathstroke on locked, so I'm looking forward to getting that one because I've only heard good things about them so far.
Deathstroke is actually one of my favorite characters, so I have a shelf dedicated to just Deathstroke. Wow. All different brands and everything. I'll buy them and just load them up and display them. So Yeah, definitely. That was a definite purchase for me.
I didn't even realize there was that many Deathstrokes have a shelf worth.
They have, like, you have the old Mattel ones, and then even like the little pops.
Okay, gotcha. I got
everything.
So
Like everything.
I see. Yeah, I got like kitchen mats, oven mitts, like all that stuff, isn't it?
Nothing like that. I probably have like one of those like plastic masks.
Okay, gotcha.
I probably do have one of those.
Yeah, nice. Okay, then sounds like you probably got that LPCZ Deathstroke then pre-ordered also, right? Yeah,
100%.
Okay, for sure. Should have guessed it. But yeah, for those of you, like I said, if you're interested, go check out Avi's channel, Figure Fight Club, and him and his crew over there, and see what they're doing. And yeah, good people, right? Like from what I've seen, we kind of have similar approaches to our channels, right? Just positive vibes. Avoid the drama, weed out the negativity and plant the positivity is what I try to go by. And
we talk about the negativity, but we also talk about it in a bad way. Like, like if when you go back and watch the replay for MCU Collector, we talked about the negativity in the toy tubing world, and it's just unnecessary drama that it's just like, action figure collecting is already a small niche of group of people. Like, why divide each other even more?
Exactly.
When we could just be together and raise it, So that's how I look at it.
No, yeah, it's like I said, same situation here in the 6 scale community, going through that. Similar negative. And some people, just for me, I just kind of like block all that out, and like I just want to have positive, good vibes and fun here, right? So that's just what I try to aim for, and so it seems like we're like-minded in that aspect. In addition to the collecting multiple scales, but Avi, man, it's good to, like I said, it's good to finally get you on the stream. I do plan to jump on yours as well. But with that, you ready to talk some figures?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Thanks for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Figured I'd just give a quick intro. Thank you for sharing that, Avi. Appreciate it, and hopefully you get some more viewers coming your way to your channel and to your fellow co-creators.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
All right, here we go. First up, So I usually start with 6 scale. From there, I work my way down to anything in between, and then 12 scale, and then sometimes I'll even do 1/18. But so yeah, starting off with the 6 scale. And before I jump into that, I just had another panelist join us, returning to the stream. We got my man, X-Man Supreme. What is up?
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going?
What's up, X-Man Supreme?
I just saw it, and I'm like, oh man, let me get on.
Thanks for joining, man. Yeah, X-Man Supreme. We got Avi with us. Avi's, like I mentioned, Figure Fight Club. He's gonna be discussing figures with us.
Hey, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right, here we go. X-Man, you ready? You ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right, I know you're particularly a fan of this series and this line. So first up, 6 scale, we have the Mondo Mr. Sinister from X-Men. So I noticed this is just X-Men, not X-Men 97. So most likely.
No, it's 97.
Is it 97?
Yeah, it's yellow, so it's really hard to see against the white.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah, there it is. Yep, I see. Okay, yep. Let me enhance. Okay, I got you now. Yeah, you're right. I totally missed that because it was almost blending the background. Okay, correction. There you go. X-Men 97, Sinister. So 265 USD. Interestingly enough, this is limited to 1,250, so 1,250 units. But last I looked, this is still available, which seems to be the case for Mondo figures recently. For good reason. We'll get into that here in a second, but set to come out March of next year, 2026, standing at 12.5 inches, so just under 32 centimeters. Per this photo here, you can see it comes with 4 head sculpts. Sorry, so the neutral, the Power Rage head sculpt, an old head sculpt, and in his standard kind of sinister smiling, if you will, head sculpt. 3 pairs of hands, his blaster hand swaps. Let's see. Goes through all his hands here. His mutant DNA extraction tentacle, take that as you will. His Sinister shadow accessory figure, and a figure stand. And I think I mentioned already, his DNA floppy disk. I thought that was interesting that the Sinister still living in the technology of the past. He has his DNA floppy disk. I mean, granted, it is 97, I guess. So mutant torso damage. Yeah, mutant torso damage attachment. So. Yeah, a good amount of accessories, but again, this is limited on Mondo's website, but it is still available for those of you interested. It's as a pass for me. I personally, ever since Mondo started charging for their shipping, let alone the tariff, it just got way too pricey for me personally, and I was like, you know what, I'm good. I did want to collect some of them, but I don't think they're worth the price personally. So I just, like I've mentioned before in other streams, and Avi, I know you mentioned on your streams as well. In general, just you got to pick and choose. And so we're at that point where our shelves are filling up. So you got to be real selective. But that aside from that, I just can't justify the price personally. So that's just my thought on it. So it's a pass for me. I think it looks good, but yeah, it's a pass for me. So I'll leave some meat on the bone for you guys. I'll turn over my panelists. Anyone got any thoughts on? Actually, we'll start with Avi. Avi, you got any thoughts on this Mondo Sinister?
It looks great. I mean, most Mondo figures look great. Honestly speaking, it's just like you said. I don't see a value in it personally. Like, I don't think it's worth the $265. It's like a big piece of plastic, and I rather, again, it's $265. I'd rather go buy a Hot Toy figure for $265 versus a Mondo. Realistically speaking, so it's a pass, easy pass.
Yeah, no, and I just put it in my cart and I went through the motions just to kind of see what the final total would be, and then I put it in our group chat. X-Men, I think you so remind me. I think it was like 320 or 340 out the door, including shipping.
Yeah, it's well
and
over
taxes.
300 after all that.
Yeah, and so that's
yeah.
To your point, Avi, I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm good, I'm out. I'm not that. I don't need this that bad. Where I'm willing to fork over the cash. But X-Man, what are your thoughts on this? Because like I said, I know you're big into the Mondo line, especially the X-Men.
Yeah,
so
no, this is it's giving me pause too, man. Because like there are two figures from the Mondo X. Let me back that up. There are two characters from the Mondo X-Men line that I don't have. One is Magneto. I still haven't gotten Magneto yet. I don't know why. I just haven't done it yet. And the other one is this guy. Everything else, I've got everyone represented up in there. I don't have the first two Wolverines because they suck. I don't have like the variants of a lot of characters, though I do have Savage Land Rogue on order. But everything else upcoming, I have both Wolverines that were put up this year on order. I've got Nightcrawler on order. I know Rogue is, or not Rogue, but Storm is coming, and definitely got to have Storm.
Yeah.
I want this figure very much because one thing that they hit on is we'll call it a cape. I don't know what else to call it.
My thoughts exactly. What is that?
The evil streamers on his back. They it's one of those things where it's like, you don't really expect people to get it right, and they did a little bit of extra engineering to make that happen. I think it's really cool, and this is going to be one of those presence figures. Like I really would like to have him on the shelf with Sabretooth and friggin' Omega Red and everybody. Mm-hmm. And this is what I'm going to have to go back for later on, because like I said, I've got already 5 different Mondo figures on order this year, and I've already paid them all off.
Okay, Dave.
But that's already like, $2,000 in figures right there.
Yeah.
And they are absolutely overpriced for 100%. I mean, one good thing about Mondo is, so far at least, it's one of those things where like, you'll buy a few things and then later on maybe you want to move that out of your collection because maybe it doesn't fit anymore or whatever. Maybe there's something better coming along and you want to use your collection to fund your collection. Mm-hmm. Whatever the reason. What's great about the Mondo stuff is, so far they have at least retained their value.
Okay.
That's been the one good thing.
Yeah, and exclusives anyway, right?
All of them.
That was going to be my question. How's the resale value on the Mondos?
Yeah, they are at least, you can at least get your money back.
Okay.
But there are a few that will definitely go up in price. Like Omega Red went up a little bit, and not even just X-Men. You go to the Motu line. Oh, try getting a Motu figure at retail price. I dare you.
Any of them?
And if you do, tell me where you went, because I want to know.
See, I've heard good things about Motu figures from Mondo.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. And I wish that I had the money and the space to include them. I bought Tilo last year. I got her in hand. I got the box. I was like, I don't have any other figures from this line, and like, she doesn't fit anything. What am I doing with this? So I moved her immediately out. and I got what I paid back for. I was like, okay, good, I'm good. But like, this is one that I'm going to get later on. But right now, man, NR is making me think about that Wonder Woman. Like, I've already got several figures that have been released that I'm waiting on. You know, that slow sideshow underground train.
Yeah. Yep.
So like, I've got 2 figures that I just paid for coming in this week. And I'm waiting on Kidpool, and I'm waiting on, you know, we're all waiting on stuff.
Yep.
And it's all wanting to drop at the same time. And it's like, well, I can spend another $300 on Sinister, or I can wait. Like, Sinister, fortunately, is not like a high pry character for me. But also, you know, maybe if I didn't buy Robin, I could have bought Sinister. We're not going to talk about that. But yeah, dude, I love this figure though. He looks amazing. He looks fantastic, and he's gonna be an essential for the line if you're collecting them. I'm gonna have to wait on him, like I'm doing with Magneto. For whatever reason, I'm waiting on Magneto. I don't know why. I can still get him at retail. He's on the site still. Maybe that's why. The FOMO hasn't hit me. I don't know. But yeah,
it will hit eventually, and it's gonna be hard too.
Yeah.
Like Darkseid Anakin, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Yep, was on Sideshow for I don't know how long. Everyone keeps saying. I wasn't collecting back then, but yeah. Hopefully it doesn't happen with this guy. But we'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting because you know, like we were saying earlier about the exclusives. I know I thought that Savage Land Rogue, speaking of, was going to go quick because that was also limited. That was exclusive. But yeah, you and I both saw that X-Men that it went up for at least a couple of days, right? Or at least a day. It stayed up,
Savage Land Rogue was online for a week.
A week, yeah,
a whole ass week.
Yeah,
and it took Robin like 2 weeks, maybe 3, to sell out. And it's been consistent ever since the tariffs hit.
Yeah,
and they started charging, you know, shipping where they weren't before. On top of that, it's been an immediate slowdown with everything Mondo. Like, you look at the site, like I don't even go on opening day. I wasn't even paying attention to when this dropped. I didn't even know until someone said, "Hey, this dropped." I was like, "Oh yeah, this dropped." It'll be there for another, like, you know, couple of days. It's fine.
Yep.
But used to be, it was like, you know, maybe a couple hours.
Yeah. Minutes.
And this is a higher number too than what you usually see. Usually it's like 1,000.
Yeah.
I don't know why this one has more, but also, you know, maybe they're trying to account for a lot of people prefer villains for whatever reason. I don't get it, but some people do. And villains tend to send out quick. And, you know, it's Sinister. You don't see a lot of Sinisters, I guess, too. So there's that. But he's going to be great. I'll be glad to have him when I finally get him. I don't know if I'll get the deluxe, or maybe later on I'll get a more scaled down version, because they like to wait until later nowadays to put out a standard edition.
Yeah, or some
variant. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's another thing too, right? If you Mondo usually puts out either some variants of a character, or like X-Men was saying, scaled down versions, just minus some of the accessories. There's, you know, some other iterations that'll come out, and so that's why I was thinking that the standard editions. I haven't went on eBay to like either resell my figures or like look for anything standard, but I know the exclusives or the timed edition ones, you know, those go quick because of what they come with. But I haven't checked on anything in the standard.
But the thing is like, they're not really that much more expensive than the standards. It's usually like 15, 20 bucks more. It's like, just, you know, get the deluxe then. You know, but
I made the go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, but like, right now is, you know, this ain't the time for that.
Yeah, I made the analogy before. It was like, you know, for Mondo in that case with the deluxe and the standard, like going to the movie theater. And like they try to upsell you like on a larger popcorn, and like the difference is like 50 cents or whatever, but it's like the small's already expensive to begin with, so they're trying to make it seem like a deal, like, oh, for 50 cents more you get free refills and like more popcorn. So it's kind of like, you know, going back to the whole overpriced thing and the comparison between the two. But I also compared, Avi, I know you're familiar, Super 7, so I compared Mondo to Super 7 because I think it seems like they have a lot of similarities between the two, you know, like they're I know for both, at least in my opinion, they're higher priced for what they are and what you get, but they also tend to focus on kind of aim for the nostalgia in the collectors for them to sell, right? So I know Super 7 has a lot of different IPs, and but I know the comic
but I know Super 7, like Brian Flint, he makes figures that he wants, not what his customers want. I watched him at a panel at SCCC recently. He made that comment, and I found that very interesting comment. It's like, I make only what I want versus what a fan would want.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know.
I was like, That, I mean, trust me. I talked to him a little bit afterwards, and I was trying to coax him to get onto my show. So for an interview, I think that would be an interesting interview. But I mean, I agree. They're very nostalgic based. It looks like Mondo, and I mean, but like Motu, I've only seen Marvel and Motu. I haven't seen other Mondo stuff.
Their Batman line is pretty good.
Yeah.
Is it
animated series Batman? Yeah,
it's pretty legit. Yeah. The Thundercats.
Yes, I've seen
Dude.
That. Yeah.
They've only got 2 figures out right now from Thundercats, and they are both just phenomenal. If I seriously, I've thought several times about just not doing Hot Toys anymore and just doing Mondo. They got so much cool shit, man. Like the Thundercats alone, dude. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I can't even.
Yeah, they look good. Man.
I can't.
I know look good.
It's, man.
I do like that the fact that they're kind of taking liberties on those on their Thundercats, which looks cool. I think especially that was that limited one that had multiple head sculpts in different variations. Really cool. But yeah, so it's just like to what going back to what Avi mentioned about Brian kind of picking what his own, making the figure he wants, which is admirable in a way. Like if you have your own company, you want to. Kind of what we do with our content creation, right? We make the stuff that we want to make, because we make it fun. So I can see that, but I know on a business side of it, that doesn't always work out, and I don't have the data, so I can't point 1 to 1 or A to B. But I just see that the Super 7 doesn't seem like, from what I'm seeing, doing too well, and so they're
a lot of layoffs, and on top of that, a lot of their stuff is going on clearance pricing.
Exactly. Yeah. And I brought that up before too. I think we kind of went through, and it's going on clearance, like you said, and they lost, what is it? Didn't they lose I know the Simpsons license or the Disney one. No, Disney, right? Disney altogether.
Disney. I think they lost. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's unfortunate.
Oh, it wasn't just the Simpsons. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Cause I know they were doing Disney waves, like Robin Hood and stuff like that, but they kind of had to stop. And so, anyways, that's tangent, but I'm just saying ultimately, Super 7 has some similarities with Mondo, and I know others have shared that as well. So, but whatever Mondo's doing, it seems like they're still making it. They're still going through. They're still producing their figures, and like X-Men was saying, they still do well. At least the limited version, exclusive for sure on the secondary market. And it sounds like the collector or the standard ones as well retain their value.
I'm hoping it works out, because I'd hate to see them stop.
Mondo has a pretty big following too. I mean, it's just like every toy line has a group that follows them and loves their stuff, and that's good.
Yeah.
So,
for sure. They still have that support, which is awesome. Yeah.
But they also do a lot of other stuff too. Like they do their albums, and they do art prints, and they have other things that they do. Yeah. That they make, and so they're a little more dynamic than your average toy maker, but.
That's true. Yeah.
But I'm hoping that at least the toy making aspect keeps going, because I've got so many X-Men that I want.
Yeah.
And then they got to get there. I need Deathstrike. They got to get to the point where I can at least get Deathstrike.
Ooh, that would be cool.
So long
fingers.
Yeah. And make a Deadpool too. We saw him kinda in the cartoon. Sorta, maybe
that's
not
where I get my
exactly,
fix.
But
that's where I get my fix from, on the 1/12 scale side. Hence, where that aspect comes in. I'm sure Robbie knows about that.
Oh yeah, no, I became a 6 scale snob.
He said it.
What have I become?
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that, dude. I mean, again, the small introduction to the Hot Toys I had. It was just mind blowing, and I was like, "Man, this is Hot Toys! Holy crap!" And I started with 3. I got 3. My first Hot Toys were 3 Star Wars Hot Toys, and then now I'm like 20 plus in at this point. I lost count.
Yeah, dude, they drag you in real fast.
Yeah, they do. Yep. All right, anyone got any more thoughts on Mondo Sinister here from X-Men 97? If not,
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say it looks good, but again, to me, the price point isn't worth it.
Yeah. So let me ask you: do you have any Mondo figures?
I do not. No.
No. Okay.
I mean, I've seen them. Yeah. Oh, I don't. I mean, I've messed with the Rogue. I've played around with the Rogue and the Sabretooth. One of my good friends has them, and I actually didn't care for them personally. So I was just
okay. Like, well, that's good. Because man, I got Jubilee in hand. That was the first one that I got because I ordered Logan. That's the one that brought me in. I was like, I didn't want to do animated, and then I saw that Logan exclusive. I'm like, well, that's my fucking guy. So
yeah,
I ordered him, and then I saw Jubilee. I was like, well, I gotta have a sidekick, so I got her, and that figure is just gorgeous, dude. Like the colors, man. These figures are pop art in the best way.
Yeah,
and that's I mean, that's how they got me. So it's like. Yeah, you know, if you can avoid it, by all means, please do. Because, dang.
See, I'm personally, I like soft goods on figures. I'm one of those guys.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say that they're doing, you know, that they're starting to do that with the Cowboy Bebop line that they just started.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was 1/8 scale though, right?
Yeah, it's a weird scale, but it's still roughly the same price point. So, you know, there's that.
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, and we did discuss that on a previous figure Lowdown. Thanks for reminding me about that, X-Men. I completely forgot about that. So if I remember, I'll put that in the description below to link to that previous figure Lowdown. Yeah, interesting choice there with that scale and going with that line.
I mean, Spike was 155. But of course, you know, now with the tariffs and everything else, you're going to break 200, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But still,
also, I want to throw in full transparency. I'm not gonna lie. I do own some Mondo and Super 7 figures. They did get me with, like, when I first started collecting, they did get me with some of that nostalgia because I wasn't aware of the various options. And just starting off, you know, I wanted like the TMNT figures from Super 7. I got those at the Thundercats because they were the only ones doing them at the time, without having to buy the old figures. So I got all the Thundercats smaller scale from Super 7. So I have quite a bit. Silverhawks, you know, they definitely pulled me in with the nostalgia on those. And so I got those. And so, you know, I have that experience with those figures. And some of the Mondos, the same as X-Men, I got Sabretooth. I had to get Sabretooth, Omega Red. And let's see, I have a couple of, Mo2. I have a couple of the other Mo2 figures. So yeah, I have a few of them, but I think at this point, they're just like, reiterate, they're just getting too high in price, and so I'm just kind of like, I don't know, unless they come back down, I think I might be done, unless it's like a figure that comes out that I really have to have that.
Well, the turtles are coming.
Well, that's true, that they do look good, the Mondo's latest turtles. I have to see the price though. Again, if it's the price is too high, I might just
it's gonna be astronomical.
Pass.
Oh yeah, 100%.
you can already tell.
And I'm still gonna pay it. Yeah.
You already hate yourself, y'all. Damn it, I'm gonna do it.
Yes, you know, it's.
Well, when those drop, we'll come back around and I'll discuss them on a future figure Lowdown episode here. But yeah, so again, Mr. Sinister, X-Men 97, links in the description below if you want to check that out for reference and if you're interested, if you're one of those few, or I should say one of the collectors who just like this in general, maybe more than I'm thinking. But yeah, enjoy. Hopefully this comes out to your expectations you're liking. Okay, going on to the next line that I've covered before here on Figure Lowdown. Sticking with 6 scale, we're still on 6 scale. We have the beautiful Chemistry line. This is a subline of Underverse. This is the Maria Elenora figure. And this is done by the artist Alone Lee 127. I think they go by just 127. And I'll pull up Underverse or Beautiful Chemistry site here in a minute, and we'll look at the other artists from there. But so as a quick reminder, or for those who may not be familiar, Beautiful Chemistry is a line where I don't know who particularly, I want to say with the direction of Ashley Wood, because Underverse is Ashley Wood's company. He probably, I don't know if he went and hand chose these specific artists in particular or what, but either way, it's collaboration. He gets these artists, their concepts, their ideas, their drawings, their characters, and he brings them to figure form. And so he has various artists that he has worked with and that they've done figures for. I have a couple myself. But this is the next iteration in that line. So this is going for 205 USD, set to come out Q2 next year, 2026, standing just under 12 inches, so 30 centimeters, 25 points of articulation. This one comes with 3 pairs of hands, a spiked heart flail and metal chain. Metal chain. Yes, I repeat, metal chain. You can see that there on the floor. I don't know if I can zoom. Oh, yeah, I can zoom in here. Let me zoom in. Like all these candles, which are magnetic, by the way. See 6 magnetic candles, a pair of magnetic cross high heels that we'll see in some other photos as we go through here. And then the display stand is, of course, magnetic. So I don't know the background story on this character, but she's kind of like a cross between some sort of like, I don't know, ritualistic, cultish female. I don't know. I'm just guessing just based off of the looks here. Kind of seductress type of thing. A succubus, maybe. I don't know. So there's... But there's quite a few other figures from this line that have that kind of a little more, they lean more into the artistic nature, hence why I said, these are based on certain artists and their concepts, just made in figure form. But yeah, for those of you who are collecting this line, here's another one to add to your collection. You guys got any thoughts on Maria Elenora?
I was going to say, I don't know what this is at all. It looks cool. It's interesting. I love the fact that it has the soft goods and the magnetic features. I think it's a cool concept. It actually honestly reminds me of one of those like snail shell, just in bigger form.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, I was thinking the same thing. Exaggerated longer legs there. But yeah, X-Men, any thoughts on this one?
I'm just realizing I don't spend enough time looking at Underverse, and maybe that's a good thing, because I've been seeing their Modern Gals line. And that's been interesting, and this isn't this isn't far away from that same art style. Like it's not quite the Ashley Wood of it, but
yeah,
but it's still pretty interesting. It's a neat concept. You see, there's always room for some kind of wacky nun, right? Like
yeah.
Whether it's a battle nun or just some kind of naughty dominatrix nun.
Yeah.
There's always room for it. But man,
one nun or another, there's room for you.
Yeah, like I'm going through their whole list right here, and I'm seeing. I forgot about I keep forgetting about these guys. They do so many different things.
Yeah.
Like they have vinyl figures and other stuff, and
yeah.
It's crazy.
So let me go ahead and switch over. So this is Underverse, Beautiful Chemistry, the webpage, UVBC for short. And so here's some of the artists here. I think you guys see this. Yeah. So here's some of the artists that they have working, or that this company is working with currently. I have a couple from, or this one in particular by Zine Chin. I have this figure, this one round, actually both of his that he's done, this one round and this Exorcist JJ, both beautiful figures. Earlier you're talking about X-Men, about Mondo and their colors popping. Yeah, again, these.
There you go, one round, yeah. That looks dope as hell, dude.
That looks great.
Yeah, this
I would like to have awesome. That, and it's sold out, and I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, so these two I've covered before. I'm a fan of this artist here, this in their series, the Skeen series, but Zine Chin is the artist here. Yeah, again, I covered these in the previous figure lowdown. I can link those in the description below as well. After the stream here, and you have a Katsuya Terada. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, that looks like they haven't done anything yet. I know this artist here, Ante Ryu. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing your name and you just happen to watch this stream, but they're not on here. But I know they came out. Oh, is this here? This dinosaur bone girl, armored girl here. I know this. I remember coming out previously. It's already sold out here on the site, so I'm not sure how readily available it is. But yeah, this is another example. I'm sure some of you may have seen photos of this. But yeah, a lot of interesting stuff here. Like I said, there's multiple artists here. I personally wasn't familiar with any of these artists before this series started, to tell you the truth. Oh, this one I did hit. I was raving about this one. This is the artist is Nicholas Nimiri. And this 11 here, this White Tiger, this one I for sure got. This was badass. I missed out on this exclusive that comes with, there's like one that comes with a roaring head. I don't know if it's this one. I can't recall. But yeah, this figure is cool. This is based on an anime or like a short film in from a Chinese artist. I can't remember. I'll link this in the description below, but I went back and I did the research on this and dug in the background of this character, but no, really cool. They're just samurai white tiger basically, and it just looks badass. And so this one, yeah, another one I got in my collection. So really sick looking figure. Like, I'm a big fan of anthropomorphic characters in general. If you guys know me and you watch the stream, so yeah, this had a cool moment. These are all 6 scale, by the way. But yeah, check that out, uvbc.com. Yes, and see, kind of get familiar with some of these other ones, and maybe they might have something in there you might like. Like X-Men was saying, some of them might be sold out already, but hopefully you're able to shop around, and if you have to look in the secondary market, hopefully you don't pay too high of a price there on those. But yeah, they do some beautiful figures. I'm passing on this one personally, but again, for those who are adding to your collection, there you go. Anyone got any more thoughts on Maria?
Not so much on Maria, but just these figures in general. These are those figures that it's like, people talk about how they don't want to buy a figure because they don't have a connection to it.
Yeah.
Who even is this?
Yeah.
And you know that this is that figure that when it's gone, good luck finding it.
Yeah.
You know, like, no, I will say though, I'm looking at eBay right now and I see Miss One Round right here.
Yeah.
At 209. Now I don't know if there's like multiple versions. That there's like
not that I remember. I don't think
there's not like a deluxe or anything.
Not that I'm aware of. No, I could be mistaken. But like when I bought mine, it was just a one version.
Because like this chick right here, she's 209, right? But then these fools are like, but it's like 99 shipping. You know, so
oh yeah, that whole thing.
That's how they try to get you, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
It's like, come on, y'all. Like nobody knows who this even is, and it's and it's like, okay, great. So if I want this now, I gotta spend $300 on a figure that was $190.
Yeah,
like,
and that's the thing too.
Guys.
Those you can get it on a lower price directly from Underverse or the beautiful chemistry, directly from the site. It's the cheapest. In my experience, I've looked around and shopped around. That's usually where you can get it the cheapest. But always. Everywhere else at other retailers, it's going to be more expensive. So if you want, I would look at buying through Underverse directly. Mm-hmm. And I have bought at least one figure from there. And update. So the previous figure Lowdown, I think I had mentioned. I covered another Underverse figure. This is like direct Underverse Adventure Cartel line, and I had some issues with the customer service trying to get to them, contacting them through their website, the email form or whatever, the contact form. And I mentioned I contacted them multiple times and no response. So what I ended up doing, which I probably should have done this first, so it's probably just user error, but I just sent them a direct email. So the email was like cs@underverse.com. It's on their website too. If you keep scrolling down to where the contact form is, it's there. So I just sent them a direct email, and then sure enough, the next business day, they replied back. So I don't know if they're just not getting their emails or notifications from the online form, right? The one that you just fill out and you click submit, that thing. So don't go that route. If you have any issues with Underverse figures or beautiful chemistry figures and you order directly from them, just send them a direct email, and they should reply back soon. At least they did for me, and they were really accommodating. They're like, oh well, in my case it was, to recap, it was like the box was pretty crushed in a few places, and so I just reached out to see, hey, you know, if I received it this way. It was the art box too. Is there any chance I can possibly get a replacement? And then if I didn't, no big deal. But they're like, you know, unfortunately we can't do that, but open the box and see if the figure's intact. If it is, then we'll definitely send you a replacement right away. And so they're really courteous and nice.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with the figure, so it's like, okay, you know, like it was great. By the way, I got the Lamort 13 figure, awesome figure from Underverse. But yeah, so it's all good. I took the bullet. You know, it happens. Damaged box. I prefer not to have a damaged box, but if it happens, it happens for me. I'm not too particular about that. But yeah, so let me adjust the chat here real quick before we go into the next figure. Don't want to forget about the chat. Apologies, I didn't get to you sooner. We just got caught up in the moment here discussing figures and discussing my panelists. So we got Vita, aka her geeky side, in the house. She stopped by. Hey, all, have a great show. I will catch the replay tomorrow. Thank you for coming through, Vita, and thank you for catching the replay. on that. So apologies, I didn't get your chat earlier. We got Philip the Fool in the house. What up, Philip the Fool? Thank you for coming through, my guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, good sir. And of course, 14 Wellington. Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. 2 in a row now. Appreciate you. I think you tuned into my Hot Talk episode yesterday. Was at August 30th, and so this too. So appreciate you. It's good to see you more in the chats again. 14 Wellington. Hopefully you're doing good, sir. Judo Chop, by the way. Judo Chop. We got Skyla Birkenhead. What number is that? 100,000? Oh no, I don't know what that is. Is that now? Oh, is that for something else? I'm not sure what that is a reference to. But thank you for coming through. 14 Wellington here saying Maria Sexy Nun, for a lack of a better definition, seems like a very unique figure for a niche collection. Yeah, for sure. Wouldn't fit in my collection, but equals collect what you like. Yeah, exactly. And like to what me and Abby were talking about earlier, and like as some of you already know, there's just a lot of stuff out there, right? And so I'm just here to kind of make awareness, right, for those figures that some people may not be aware of, just because there is so much out there. So, but yeah, I hear you. 14, same thoughts. This is for that niche collector out there, but I know they're out there, so something for everybody. You should be able to find something, right? Every collector should hopefully find something that they are into. We got 12-inch Moose Stream in the house. Moose, hello community collectors, unboxing figures, specifically RoboCop. Happy Labor Day. Sympathy to the Yost family. Yes. So shout out to Yost and his family. Well wishes going your way, Yost, if you just happen to watch this. But I hope all is well. So sending best wishes, and I'm sure most of us are understanding what's going on. So yeah, don't feel any pressure at all to rush back, and hopefully that's not the case. But yes, hope all is well on your end. But yeah, thanks for coming through, Moose. Appreciate you. Thanks again for joining me yesterday on Hot Talk, and thanks for your time, man. S Beam, Superior Beam in the house. Thank you for coming through, my man. Feezy. What's up, Best Beam? Be sure to check out Collector's Figure every Monday. Link in the Friends of the Section channel of my YouTube channel if you're interested. S Beam does some good stuff. Working on a new stop motion series, or new stop motion video. So be sure to go back and check out his previous stop motion videos. He has a lot of good stuff over there. So yeah, I think he has a playlist of the stop motion videos. But yeah, S Beam channel. Again, link. Oh, Siri's going off on me again. All right. So yeah, thanks for coming through, S-Beam. Phases 20 or we riot. Yeah, I know. I've been behind on that, and if we have time on this episode, I do want to bring it back. But I think again, because my streams usually go pretty long, I've been sacrificing Phases 20, but I do want to bring that back. So I hear you. I hear you, Beam. Don't worry, I want to bring that back. But thank you all for coming through. Appreciate it, and spending your time with us on this Sunday, this weekend, or if you're catching the replay. All right, here we go. Going into the next one. So sticking with, we're still on 6 scale. So this is the 101 Toys Ghost of Tsushima. We have 3 different figures in different samurai armors here. So all 3 are here. I'll go through each one and show their accessories. So each one it ranges 141 to 193 USD. And again, for those that aren't familiar, I give a range based on like a quick search of the retailers that I have experience with and I buy from. The lower price range doesn't typically include shipping, and the higher price range does include shipping. So again, you shop around, find a retailer that suits your needs, your preferences. But that's quick research. That's what I've seen. So that varies, and that's usually the case with like these other lesser known like third party figures as companies as well, right? There's like the price varies. There's no standardization there. But Q4 of this year, 2025, is set to come out. So they each come with the 1 head sculpt, of course, the body, and 6, it says interchangeable palms. But so that's standard across all 3. Each one has a various look on their samurai armor. So you can remove the armor. We'll see in some of these figures or some of these photos that the armor is removable, and you'll see the full body here. So this one, for instance, this is the first one we're going through, and they each have their own kind of specific numbering here. So this one comes with the long sword and the scabbard, the short sword, and a knife on this one. But this is more of a blue armor with like kind of like this crest on his forehead and like kind of this this wool vest type of situation here. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Based on the name, I presume it's from the game, but I haven't played the game. It was been on my to play list, but I have not played it yet, so I can't confirm if these are actually in the game or not. These armors here, but here's the next one. This one comes with the again longsword with the scabbard, short sword and scabbard, and then a bow and arrow and a quiver. And I'm not sure if these arrows are actually removable, but we'll go through here and see in some of these photos if we can kind of point that out. But a different kind of vest here also comes with the vest here for the look without the armor. You can see here it's kind of like a more white, goldish, black color on that one. And then we have this third one here. So this is the more of a black all-around colored armor with some red accents and the horns, gold horns. So this one comes with, again, the long sword and scabbard, the short sword, and a musket. So you have this thing here. I was wondering what that was, but yeah, you have a musket here down towards the bottom. And like I said, 6 pairs of hands. And so like they have each of these photos we looked at, we've seen the figure with the armor on, and I take it this is the figure, or this is the armor here removed, and it's kind of just sitting on some sort of like stool or something here. But yeah, going through more, you can see now we're going to go through photos of each of the materials and the accessories it comes with. And it's cool how they did this. They have like this yellow square to indicate which parts are plastic, and then a red little tiny square to indicate which parts are metal. And based on this photo, it seems like for this figure anyways, the only metal part is the what do you call that, the handguard of the sword, like right above the handle, the sword handle. Is that what that's called? Would you call that a handguard, or what is this called, this part here?
It's a handguard.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, things. Apparently, that's the only part that's metal in these figures. But again, yeah, really cool figures. I know I have quite a few kind of samurai looking figures, but I think again, going back to being selective, I'm gonna have to pass on these. I'm not too familiar with the company either. 101 Toys. I watched a couple of reviews. I know they did some skeletons in 12 scale. I think that are die casts, but I'm not too familiar with how they are in the quality. I know they did a 1/6 scale Shogun figure. I'm not sure if it was licensed or not, but of the main actor from the series Shogun, they did an armor for him, and it seemed like the one review I saw there was some slight issues. The armor was plastic, but I mean that kind of misstated here that it doesn't say it's metal; it is plastic. But maybe the body was kind of loose in certain parts. So yeah, there's certain things, but there are reviews out there if you want to get familiar with this company and see what they're all about. But I'll pause there and throw it to you guys. Anyone got any thoughts on these Ghost of Tsushima 6 scale figures?
They look great. Again, like I'm a big collector of samurai characters in general, but at 1/12 scale, not at 1/6. So
yeah.
Even though these look awesome, and I would love to get started in the 1/6 scale samurai stuff, but I don't have the space, so no.
Yeah, man.
I mean, if I had the space, it'd be a whole game changer, but I don't.
You're right. Yeah.
So I'll keep to my 1/12 scale samurais.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I'm definitely with you on that one. Yeah, we got. Excuse me, real quick. Philip the Fool is saying he's confirming that they are from the game. Okay, thanks, Philip. He's saying here, Need That Blue Armor was one of my favorite sets in the game. Okay, there you go. So I'm not sure these were armors that you can actually equip on the character that you're playing, right, Philip? If you're able to confirm that, or these are just kind of like guys in the background, like the villains or the guys you go and take out type of thing. So like I said, I'm not familiar. But yeah, let me know. X-Men, you got any thoughts on these figures here?
No, they're pretty cool. Every time I see a samurai or a ninja or anything like that, I always go back to Wolverine in Japan.
Yep.
And all that, all his dealings around that side of the world. And I tell you, man, if we had more of this type of stuff, like 6 scale quality and 12 scale, that'd be so great. Because we don't have so much more space. Yeah. Immediately twice as much space. It's like
that's exactly.
It's like you're sitting there like Thanos. I got rid of half of these. Just make them smaller. Make more space. You got a whole glove. Come on, man.
Yeah.
But that's exactly dude. These are really cool. Yeah, there's so much.
Yeah.
That's out there that's vying for our dollars and our space. And it's like when you come down to characters that are just kind of like in the background, I don't think enough people have time for that right now.
Yeah. Or like you said, space.
Yeah, I mean, now definitely, in the last few years, this has grown to be its own kind of empire. you got all the army guys and all the other like just crazy World War whatever stuff that's out there, you know, and there's a market for that. Insanely, there's a market for that. But like, I don't know how that fares right now, and maybe that's just my own bias. Like, I don't even consider figures like this because they're not anybody. And also they're just kind of regular dudes when you get down to the end of the day. Like, for their time, you know, for their era, they're just regular dudes. Like when you look at something like the Underverse stuff we were just looking at, that's intriguing because it's like, that's not just regular folks. You know, I saw a collection tour today and dude had just hundreds of figures, and it's all like, there's this infantry guy and there's this friggin' cop guy and here's this astronaut. I'm like, the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, I mean, hey, you know, it's I get it if you like that stuff, but damn, dude, that's like it needs to be more fantastical for me.
I gotcha.
The thing is the concept of world building, right? So a lot of people want to build worlds. They want their firefighters, they want their police officers.
Oh, sure.
They want all that. So, and I get that. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't want to build a world out of toys, right? And then it's in your own display, so that's even more fun.
And you know, and if you got the money and the space, that's great. But like, that's a lot easier to do at 12 scale.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, like this, like we're talking like, you know, even when you've got the third party stuff that, you know, maybe it only costs $150. Probably not these, but you know, maybe it wouldn't only cost $150 even then. That's still a great deal of money to shell out for like, you know, 3 or 4 guys that are just gonna hang out in the back playing tiddlywinks, you know, doing crowd walla while your other dudes up here doing the, you know, they're doing the main the main acting. So it's like, yeah, I get it, but you know, I would love to have an entire crowd of people on my shelf just kind of, you know, doing their daily going abouts while the Batmobile drives down the street, but that's not realistic, you know? It's
yeah,
man.
And it goes back to like what you said, right? A couple of things where like, you know, some people are just like, I don't have a connection to that, so it's not coming home, and others are like, you know what, that looks cool, I appreciate the figure as it is. I kind of lean more towards that part, and then like I end up getting figures honestly like that I have no connection with, but I just think they look like good figures. And then a part of it too is just kind of like you know what Avi was touching on, like the world building, and I have you know, just like I mentioned this yesterday in a hot talk, the fun factor, quote unquote, right? And so it kind of like but you're right, X-Men, it is a space, and that's like one of the, obviously I'm saying the obvious, the biggest difference between the 12 scale and 6 scale is just the amount of space it takes up. You can't world build as much as you can in 12 scale, so it would be nice though. There's certain figures I do get where I'm like, oh man, this would be cool to pair up with this figure, or you know, kind of have them like you were mentioning with the Wolverine, right? Having Samurai to kind of battle Wolverines, that's like could be a good option for these. And you reminded me when you said that. I know obviously familiar with customizing and a lot of people are customized to 12 scale, but for this would be a good custom for a Silver Samurai. Speaking of going up against Wolverine, right? If you kind of mod it somehow, the helmet and the armor, of course you spray paint it. You could probably pull off a Silver Samurai for those talented people. I couldn't, but I'm just saying, you know, another reason for sharing, for sharing some of these figures is kind of like, you know, not to take them at face value, but to think of the potential they could provide in other ways, right? Again, to like customize fodder or figure fodder for other things. And so, especially if they're cheaper, right? But if they're pricey, you know, again, to what you were saying, X-Men, then you might kind of have to weigh the pros and cons of that. Like, do I want to spend this much for figure fodder, or do I want to get something that's close to it right off the bat? So again, it's just preferences and kind of what we got to consider when we buy a figure here. But
or you know, you can take this and put a Wolverine sculpt on it.
Yeah, and then
give him the hands. There you go.
Give him the with his claws.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be the bone claws, but you know.
Yeah. Kind of like we were looking at that Meditoys on the last episode, Wolverone.
That thing is crazy. That thing is crazy. I would love to have that, but that's just I can't. I gotta stop somewhere.
Yeah. So I completely missed this here, but it was in the photo here. so when I was talking about how the armor sits on something, and it looks like they do include it here. I got to go back all the way. Let me see to these photos here. So it does come with like an armor stand and box, it says. Oh, so here's a photo of the armor on the box here, which is cool, by the way, that you can do that. Yeah, and I have the Sentinel Ronin Warriors, and you can do this as well. Like you can take off their armor and display it, which is really awesome. So let's see. Oh yeah, here it goes. So here, so it says, I don't know if this is a pre-order bonus or if it comes with it anyways. I know sometimes that's kind of not clear on the third parties or just other these figures, these outside of the main manufacturers, but usually, most of the time they usually include it in here. But yeah, here's this armor frame, armor box display stand here that comes with it. So hopefully that comes with all of them. I'm not sure, but yeah, just make sure you read the description. Oh, speaking of, I just reminded myself. No, actually, that's for another figure. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. Let me address the chat here real quick. Yeah, there's something I want to say about descriptions, and that's something else you got to watch out for on these like third parties / like lesser known companies. It's like the description could be deceiving.
Okay.
Going back to the comments here, Philip saying the handguard is called a Suba. Okay, gotcha. Thanks, Phil. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the info, educating me. I got learned. Cross guard also is as beam in another name for that. I call it a handguard. Handguard, cross guard, sword guard. Yeah, it seems like it works. Let's see. Okay. Philip's also confirming you can wear all these armors in the game. Some sets you get from other samurais a gift or after they've fallen. Okay, cool. Yeah, I really need to play that game. But I mean, now that the sequel's coming out, the Ghosts of Yotai, I might just probably jump to that one instead. But it looks like a cool game. Let's see here. You could, you can put one of these in the Batcave. Yeah, see, there you go. Just being creative.
That's true.
Yeah, put something like that in there.
See, if I had a Batcave built, that would have just sold me. That would have just sold me.
Ninja Batman, right?
Oh, you could put a Batman head on it too, and then there you go. You got a Batman Samurai.
Or you could just be in his trophy room, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a third party did do it. I don't know if it was official or.
No, you got it's. It was Star Ace.
Was it Star Ace that did?
Star Ace did a Batman Ninja line, and it's really good.
Was it in 1/6?
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually really quite good. I have the Harley from that line. I haven't gotten the Joker, but I really want him. He's really good.
Yeah, that Joker looks crazy, man.
They made Batman. I think they have the horse for Batman, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really? Wow.
Or maybe it's just they might have the horse. There's like a deluxe Batman and there's like a non-deluxe Batman. Maybe it's just the armor that he comes with, the samurai armor, which is weird for Batman Ninja. Like a whole other country, but cool. Anyway.
Yeah, the Star Ace, famously, like in the 6 scale community, like kind of not known for their human likenesses, but their creatures and like kind of their one-off stuff, they usually do pretty well on Star Ace.
Oh yeah, their Harley and Catwoman were very tempting figures. I got Harley because I love Harley. I almost got Catwoman, but I was like, you know what? Nah.
I didn't realize they did Catwoman also from Ninja Batman.
They did Harley, Catwoman, Joker, and Batman.
Okay, I need to go back and watch that. I haven't seen it yet. I heard good things about it though.
I guess, it's you know what? It's something that maybe every Batman fan should experience once.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So low
it's not quite on the same rank as the Star Wars Holiday Special, but.
Okay.
Wow. But it'll give you some and some it'll give you some of that.
Is what you're saying. There's intrigue.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be you will be stupefied with wonder.
Stupefied. Oh, busting out the spells now. Okay.
eBay has a Batman or the Star Ace Joker for 130.
Get the nuh-uh.
I'm looking at it right now. It says normal version.
Well, that's already other out there.
3 have sold and there's 4 available. So,
4 available. Damn, this guy bought them all up. Or that person.
I see the deluxe for $189.
This is the normal one I'm looking at.
Yeah, I don't know if they did other versions. Yeah, I only remember seeing the Joker and the Batman, but
the deluxe one, I think. He comes with like a little like diorama kind of base, I think. is part of the deluxe. Okay. He has like a barrel and a bunch of accessories, but he's a good looking figure though.
Yeah,
it looks. SHFiguarts made Batman Ninja figures as well.
Oh, did
At least
they?
the Joker.
Okay.
They made Joker and Batman. Not sure if they made Harley.
Really, I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
I used to have the Batman and the Joker.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I know they did they have their version of the Star Wars, the Samurai. What I forgot what the line's called.
Movie realization.
There you go. Thank you. Movie realization. Yeah. Yep. I know they did that. I missed the Batman ones in. All right. Anyone got any more thoughts on these 101 toys? Ghost of Tsushima armors?
I mean, no additional thought. They look great, but like X-Men said, how much space do you have to, for characters to sit in the back?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just be there. Yep. Jonathan, the store clerk, or the cash teller at the grocery store, just sitting there. Yeah.
Yep.
That figure. All right. So we did it. Got through 1/6 scale. Now we're gonna switch it up to 1/12 scale. Here we go. Buckle up. First one We're gonna go hard on this one right off the bat. We got the SHFiguarts Bandai Tamashii Nations Gamerverse Spider-Man, recently announced and up for pre-order. So this is going for if you're willing to pre-order this from an Asian retailer, the MSRP from Tamashii Nations is $68 USD, but here in the States, in the US, I've seen it go for around $100 USD. I personally got mine through Entertainment Earth, but again, shop around, find a retailer that suits your needs. So that's your range there. I will say on the online retailer side, I haven't, from the few that I've seen, it seems to be sold out. So if you're still interested, hopefully you're able to get it from there. But also note, at least this was per Ami's website. I did see that they're based in Japan. I did see that they are currently putting a pause on shipments to the US. I want to say, I don't for certain, but I want to say that's not going to be permanent, but something to keep in mind. Be sure to read their shipping policies and whatever notifications they have on a particular Asian retailer website. So just something to think about on that front if you're considering that. So just don't go in there blindly and think, oh, it's a cheaper price, but you may not get it for a while, if at all. So just something to keep. But this is coming out next year, though, March 2026. So there is some time. At least that's the for the Asian markets. That's the release date for that. Setting at 6 inches, so 15.5 centimeters, which is, I believe, the same size as the Cyclops that came up previously when I went for pre-order. So 4 pairs of interchangeable hands, 2 interchangeable heads, apparently. We'll have to look at some of the photos, which aren't too many they have. A Spider-Man web for swinging, and a defensive spider web, the one that he puts up for like when he's blocking per the game. Adapter parts for his spider sense effect, which we'll see photos for, and the spider sense effect itself, and a special effect card. So this is the second one from this, if you want to call it a wave or a line, the Gamerverse. Previously, if you remember, we covered the Cyclops, which was awesome. Jumped on that. Jumped on this one, like I said. So far, I'm 2 for 2, man. This is looking great. Granted, I know there's a bunch of other options in 12 scale for Spider-Man, and what's so different about this one, but I don't know. It appeals to me, and it may not appeal to everybody, but I like it. It looks good. Again, kind of directly from the game, mostly Marvel versus the Marvel versus, I should say the Versus series, right? Because there's quite a few of them out there. This is not labeled Marvel versus Capcom. It's just Gamerverse, but I think for the most part, collectors know where this is supposed to be from, especially with this effect like this. I take it this is going to be cardboard or some sort of thick board, similar to the one Cyclops that comes with Cyclops. He had that big ass optic blast effect that also comes with him. So it seems like this is going to be a thing now. So for each of the characters they come out with from this line, they're going to have their what do you call, like their ultra, their special move, not special, I guess like their ultra / mega move. I can't remember what it's called. It's been a minute since I played the game, but here's a spider sense effect. I'm guessing it's going to plug in on the back of the head. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I mentioned there's some parts that this comes with, but I know the articulate, like the all the cuts in the articulation, the breaking point some people aren't a fan of with SHFiguarts figures. It kind of depends for me personally. It depends on the paint, the coloring, and the figure itself. It works on some and not so on others. And so, but again, we have options, right? Pick or choose. But as of right now, this is kind of what they're going with. So I'll pause there. I know I kind of mentioned a lot, but I'll turn it over to Abby. Any thoughts on this Spider-Man Gamerverse?
I mean, I think this is a great looking figure. They did a good job with it. I know a lot of people don't like the cuts, but I mean, look, it still looks great. Look at the articulation, what you could do with it, which is what you really want in a Gamerverse figure. I think a lot of people have to thank Jada Toys. Honestly, the success of the Street Fighter line from Jada is really why you're getting Gamerverse from SHF, from Hasbro. So, thank you to them. And I mean, again, this looks phenomenal. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I do want it. So,
well, yeah, man. Yeah, did you get the Cyclops?
I didn't. No, I didn't. I normally don't pre-order often unless it's like
okay, gotcha.
Like a third-party thing. And then I'll pre-order because that's probably the only way. But I don't have issues getting SHF figures. So.
Oh, okay, nice. Gotcha. You got the connects. Okay, understood. Yeah. X-Men, what about you? I know you and I talked about that Cyclops, and I think you also got that on lock, but are you thinking about getting this one also or no?
Nah, he looks really good though. He looks exactly like he does in the game. See, this is the problem with, and I think this is what spurred me to get Cyclops, is I remember seeing that BS excuse for Gamerverse crap that Hasbro put up.
Oh, yeah. Which one? Which one?
All of it. All of it.
You don't like that Snap 3-pack?
No, I don't, because I saw that Psylocke, and that was what I really wanted was Psylocke. I said I saw a Psylocke, and I was like, okay, you gave her a butt. Good job. Good for you.
It had a different articulation too, though.
Yeah, but look at her. She doesn't look like that character. In the game,
X-Men's
she doesn't look like it.
Yeah, X-Men's more of like he needs a figure to look like the source material collector.
Like I want the game. Don't tell me it's from the game and give me some bullshit. Like I want this. So this is what I would like to have. He looks like he came off of the screen.
Yeah.
And that's what it should be. Cyclops looks like he came off of the screen. So I got Cyclops on faith that they're gonna continue this line and go a little deeper into it, because I want them to do Wolverine and I want them to do Psylocke. I want the X-Men from this game. Like, I don't need everybody else. That was another thing. Let's put them in 2-packs. Let's put the character that you want with the character that you fucking don't want, so that way you gotta buy this other guy. I don't want Thanos. I don't care about Thanos in the game.
Hostage pack.
Yeah,
that's so dumb. Oh my gosh!
I actually don't have a Thanos, so I was happy to get it because I didn't.
Nice. Okay.
I got rid of my. I have a love and hate relationship with Marvel Legends. Sometimes I love them, sometimes I hate them, and then most of the time I get rid of them. I did get the 2-pack, and I liked it. I even have the Snap 3-pack. So
yeah, I'm hearing good things about that Thanos. Well, I should say Psylocke in that 2-pack. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I ended up pulling the trigger on that one too, because I'm just hearing all the positive things about it, and I have the Mafex Psylocke, and I was happy with, but after watching multiple reviews of the Marvel Legends Psylocke and people saying how good it is, I wanted to try it for myself and see. So I ended up caving, and I pulled the trigger on that 2-pack. I haven't got it yet, so because I got it from Pop Culture, I think it was, and so I'm waiting on that to get to me.
Oh man,
it is the best Psylocke out, at least
for
in Marvel Legends.
Right?
For Marvel Legends, yeah.
Yeah,
that's what okay. Let me ask y'all, because this is what I can't. I have such a hard time with a lot of smaller scale figures because, from my perspective, they don't put the care into making them that I would like to see. Like a lot of the reviews, and I do watch the reviews because I used to collect, everything. Like a long time ago, I used to have like all the small scale stuff, and it was great. But like, I've been watching the reviews for this Psylocke, and I keep seeing where they didn't like mind how they did the paint. Like the skin tone is kind of green because they have blue painted under it on like the body, the torso and stuff. And I'm like, come on, y'all. And the seams are all crackly looking.
Yeah, there was some issues. Those are QC issues too that you're talking about. And a lot of people did have that issue. I agree.
Yeah.
And that's so common in that scale, and I get it. It's like, I mean, this is what you're dealing with. This is what is, and that's just part of the making it. I get it, but man, I really hope that we see a shift in the smaller scale game, thanks to companies like SHFiguarts and like what InArt is doing now.
See, I have a crack right here. If you could see that, you can see the line on it coming.
Yeah, man, I just
not a crack, but it's that line that's there. Two different pieces.
Yeah.
That
the seam.
Together.
I see what you're saying. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, for those who are listening, I'll be showing the Psylocke Marvel Legends.
The paint though is not that bad on mine. It does match the leg and everything, so it's not terrible on mine.
I don't know. Even still, that face ain't right for the game. The hair ain't right for the game.
I still like this figure, to be honest.
She's a great character, and I wish I would like to have her, but I just.
You want it to look exactly like, I hear you.
Yeah, I want it to look like it, and I want it to be, I just want it to be more. The love isn't there. They made a figure, and they're like, "Here you go, give me money." But I want something that that it just doesn't wow me, and I wish it did.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, and I mean, again, like a lot of these Gamerverse figures, I don't have. I mean, I have the 3-pack, and which I really like, and the only reason I got the 3-pack was for the Rogue and Shauna. And it's really because it's Miley Cyrus and Nicole Kidman.
Oh my gosh! Oh gosh! Shauna looks great.
If you look at their faces, it's really Miley Cyrus and Nicole Kidman. That's really.
Shauna looks great. Rogue, not so much.
Yeah.
I actually like them both.
Yeah. Oof. And now the thing too with the SHFiguarts is they do have all the weird cuts, but how else do you get articulation?
Exactly.
But at least. From what I've seen, I don't own a SHFiguarts figure. Cyclops will be my first. From what I've seen from reviews and everything else, they seem to do a pretty darn good job with their paint apps, with their sculpts and everything else. Sometimes they get a little wild with the articulation cuts. Sometimes, like. What's it called? Revoltech. Oh my gosh.
Revoltech, you have to be worried about breaking.
Those guys are just. I saw that Thor, and then I was revolted for sure. but this is doable. This is okay. Cyclops has that weird butt thing going, but you know what? I'll get over that.
Yeah.
But he looks great for a figure, and this Spider-Man, from what I'm seeing here, looks great.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what they put out, then I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, and real quick here, to piggyback on the whole QC issues, Philip DeFull is saying his opinions, he's saying I wouldn't say common for the scale, just common for Marvel Legends, Mafex, Mezco, and SHF are all killing it.
Okay, so, but those guys that's apples and oranges. Right, you're talking like a $25 figure versus a $100 figure in some cases.
Yeah, and that's kind of part of it too, right? Like it's just like the price, and you're right. Every company's going to have their issues, some more than others, but and then the quality of course is going to play a factor, and then but you're going to pay for that quality, as we know that happens in all skills, right? Just like higher quality, you're going to pay for that. Lesser quality, I mean, you're going to pay for that too. So it's just kind of goes back to preferences for the manufacturer and the toy line. Here, Jeffrey, thank you for coming through. Says I have it in hand. I think they're referring to the Psylocke, and it's pretty good for sure. Yeah, like we were saying, like I think for the most part, it seems like for those who are really into Marvel Legends, it really positive. Consensus is positive all around. But I see what X-Men is saying. I'm sure you're not the only one who thinks that. Like there are collectors out there who want a certain figure to look like whatever the source materials or like how it should. And so again, like you said, it goes back to that connection, right? Like certain collectors have a connection to certain things, and they want it to look like at least what it does in their mind's eye, if not like the source material. So I get that. I get what you're saying, X-Man. So and so going back to this line here, I know we were talking before about possible potential figures that they can come out, and it seems like hopefully they keep this going for sure. But I think one of the ones I wanted to see was Onslaught from, what was it, Marvel versus Capcom?
That would be cool.
I think it was Marvel versus Capcom. Yeah, that's like
see, one or the other. Yeah, one of the Marvel.
I think, or it might have been Street
games.
Fighter. Marvel versus Street Fighter. I can't remember. Yeah, he was the boss in one of them. But yeah, having an Onslaught, if they did him right, coming from Figuarts or Tamashii Nations, that would be awesome. But yeah, any real quick, any characters you'd like to see? Like, you have like a top character that you would hope Tamashii would do, Hobby?
I mean, honestly, I'm more of a Street Fighter guy than a Marvel guy, so
okay.
I would love to see more Street Fighter stuff from SHF. So
here's the thing, right? Like, because I almost forgot they did this too, and like, yeah, I think I was reminded last time. So they do have Street Fighter figures, but do you think they'll redo the Street Fighter figures specifically from the Marvel vs. Capcom games or Marvel vs. Street Fighter games, or do you think they'll just be like, okay, well, we already put those out, they can use that one? I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think I mean, if they want to make money, they'll probably want to re-release them. But I mean, they just re-release a Ryu 2.0 and a Chun-Li 2.0 and a Guile.
Yeah, so, those are from what? Like, which was it? Street Fighter 4 or 5 or something like that?
I think 2.
Wasn't it? Was it 2? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, they went back to 2. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. So
they were just re-releasing them.
Yeah. So you think they'll redo them for this game to kind of be consistent with like the look and the style?
Possibly. I think they're gonna probably. I mean, in my opinion, they'll probably introduce a character that hasn't been released yet, like a Zangief or a Honda.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, like, you mean like one that hasn't been released at all?
Yeah,
okay.
At all. Yeah.
So the character models are pretty well the same, though, right? It's like they more or less just fit the Marvel characters to fit in with the Street Fighter or Capcom guy.
Because you would think Chun-Li is exactly the same in the game versus the Street Fighter game, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a certain artistic style to them. Like, when you see, like, people will know, like, oh yeah, that's Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, they usually, the females, I know, for instance, Psylocke, case in point, had like thicker legs, and so it's like kind of certain features where they're exaggerated from the game. You can tell, like, people can tell automatically, like, oh yeah, that's from that fighting game.
Yeah.
But, talking about Capcom, I wonder, it would be cool to see some of their other figures. I know it's probably going to be a licensing issue, but not just Street Fighter, right? Because hence Capcom, right? So they got Resident Evil characters in there. What do they have? Like Arthur, that little knight, Mega Man, of course. So there's like a lot of other characters that
Captain
could be
Falcon.
cool. I don't think that we've, Captain Falcon. That's a good one. What's his name?
I'll be right
Strider.
back.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Strider and things like, to what Abby was saying, kind of doing characters that they haven't done before. That would be really cool to see. So I'd be down for that, to see something different.
Seeing the Spider-Man posed up is making me really want to get him.
Right? Doesn't it look good? Yeah.
Because he does. He poses just like he looks just like he does in the game.
Yeah. I'm wondering this pose does look good. You're right. But I'm wondering if this is, I don't want to say Photoshop, but kind of altered in some way to get him to sound like this, because it's definitely a balancing act, right?
It could be. He does look like he just falls straight forward, doesn't he?
Yeah, right. Doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So hopefully you can actually do this, but I don't know. We'll see. So that would be cool if you can. If you can get it to actually keep this pose without any help from like a stand or something, and they just didn't do some trickery with this. But
you can probably get close enough to it.
Yeah, right.
Like that. Like, he's definitely not just floating there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be a cool feature. Yeah. No, they just comes out. He can float there. Yeah.
Pull out some posing with Peter moves and just make it happen. You know.
Yeah. I wonder.
I missed that guy. The game needs him, man.
I wonder if he's well. Hope you're out there. If you happen to be watching this, posing Peter, hopefully things are well, man. But yeah,
look at that. All these poses are straight off the screen.
Yep. Web swing, web throw. What was this? What did he do for this one? It was like maximum spider, I think. No, that was the other move.
I don't even remember what he said.
Web throw. I think it's just web throw. It even says it here. Web throw. I don't know. So I'm just making up stuff now. I can't remember what he says, but yeah.
But it's either sick though.
Yeah, it is sick, man. This looks like a fun figure. Another one. So yeah, there you go. on the way. SHFiguarts, Bandai Tamashii Nations, Gamerverse Spider-Man. That is up, again, link in the description below if you want to, just again for reference, but shop around. And like I said, Asian retailers, I believe they're sold out already, so hopefully you're still able to grab this. But it sounds like
Sideshow has that Cyclops.
The SHFiguarts one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Sideshow has them, and then it's the same price you're seeing pretty much everywhere for it too. Like Big Bad Toy Store has it the same price.
Yeah.
Sideshow has it. I don't know who else. Entertainment Earth maybe.
Yeah, I know BBTS and Entertainment Earth for sure. But I forget about Sideshow because obviously, we usually go there for 1/6 scale figures. I didn't even know. I completely forget they do one. They have 1/12. I think they have like Mezcos as well on their site.
Yeah, I would have ordered through them and gotten points for it if I had even thought about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and for those that don't know, Sideshow, they have like a point reward program where you go, if you earn points as you buy things from them. They have, but of course they incorporate like tax and shipping depending on where you live.
True, their shipping does cost a bit more probably.
Yeah. Customer service is good though. I know with 6 scale, they give the option to double box your figures. I don't know if that's the case for smaller scale figures though. But I know that has been an option. They have payment plans. So yeah, just another option. Something to consider if you're looking for certain 1/12 scale figures.
Looks so friggin' good.
Yeah. Any more thoughts on this, Abby?
I think it's a great figure. Can't wait till it comes out.
Damn.
All right. Yes, sir. I'm right there with you. Yes, we're looking forward to this one. All right. Going on to the next 12 scale figure. Speaking of Street Fighter, we got... So first we're going to start off with Cammy. This is Jada Toys Cammy. This is... most of the Street Fighter figures they've been doing are from the Ultra Street Fighter 2 line. And this is just the regular version. I just wanted to show this for reference here. But this is available and in stock now. This regular version here. So right off the bat, this Cammy has 2 head sculpts, 2 pairs of hands. Let me go back to here. And her kind of leg attack effect that does attach to her foot here. And so Jada Toys, they put out multiple figures already. I've discussed them multiple times here on this figure lowdown. I'm a big fan of Jada Toys and what they're doing, man, with their 12 scale figures. Like I was saying, they made a statement when they came out with their first Street Fighter figures, and they've just been crushing it ever since. They have some competition, which we'll actually discuss here in a minute after this figure. But again, I just wanted to show this for reference. So the reason I bring this up, because there is a Player 2 version exclusive to Entertainment Earth, and that's what we have here. And Jada Toys has done this. They've come out with the regular version of certain characters, and they'll come out with a Player 2 version. Sometimes it'll be just the same as a standard, but just recolored. Other times it'll be like in a deluxe type of set thing where they add additional accessories. For instance, recently at SDCC, they had a Bison and a Dulcine, a variant color, but it also came with like additional effects, including like the burning body, the additional burning body that you see in Street Fighter, which was really cool. I know, Abby, you got... did you get both of them? I think you got both of them.
I got both of them, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I only got the Bison because that's the only one I was interested in. And plus, I wanted the blue flame guy, but I would have liked to have the red one that came with Dulcine. Those are, just both cool accessories. So that was an example of like, versions that come with additional stuff. But this one here, I believe from what I'm reading the description, I think it's just one of those ones where it's just the same exact as the standard. It's just recolored for Player 2. But
this is a recolored version, yep.
Yeah, right. There's no additional accessories, right? It's just what came with the standard one.
Not that I know of. I think it's all the same. It's the same figure. It's just recolored.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Yeah, that's what it seems like. But I'll turn it over to you, Abby. You picking this one up as well as a Street Fighter fan or no?
I am. I actually pre-ordered 3 of them. So. Of
the X variant, the Player 2, or the regular version?
The Player 2. I have 3 of the regular version too. I buy a lot of Street Fighter stuff. That's
gotcha.
Oh, wow.
I also like give away a lot on my channel.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So I always buy multiples, and this is definitely something I want to give away in the future. And gotcha. Like I also have like 1 loose, and then 1 in box, and then of most of them already. So, and again, big Street Fighter fan. So. I still don't think they compare to Storm Collectibles, but
the arena ones, you mean?
Well, I mean, I'm a big Storm guy too, so no, just the quality is not as good as Storm. But even compared to the arena is a lot better than Jada. But this is for the price point, this is not bad. I mean, this is a lot better than Marvel Legend.
Yeah. Speaking about price, I just realized I forgot to send the price. So the standard is $30 USD. But the player 2 though, I think because it's an exclusive, it's $2 more, so it's $32 USD. Yeah, and again, that's exclusive to Entertainment Earth. So if you're interested in this, head on over there. Again, link in the description below. Last I looked, it was still available. I didn't see a limited quantity, so I guess it's however many they make or produce. But yeah, that's where you get if you're interested. Entertainment Earth, only available there as of now. But yeah, X-Men, you got any thoughts on Cammy here? Jada Toys?
I saw this. Someone was talking about this figure, and then also the Storm Arena, the Charlie that they're doing.
Yep.
And I was actually gonna ask about that, like what your thoughts were on, like, because I've never gotten any of these from any of these companies, and looking at the figure art stuff that we've been talking about with the Marvel versus Capcom and all that has got me looking more at them, and like what is y'all's take on these guys versus SHFiguarts versus Storm Arena, like do they intermingle at all, or is there a better way to go, or
so yeah, let's hold on to that question. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. So speaking of, I do have, unless anyone has any more thoughts on Cammy, I do actually have Nash here up next for discussion. So before I do that, anyone got any additional more thoughts on Cammy?
It's just another Jada Toys Street Fighter figure coming out.
Yep. There you go.
I kind of wish they made it in like navy blue instead of green again, but it's like a different color green, but I just wish it did something different. Like an actual different.
You got that player 2 Guile, right? The blue one also, I think you did? Yep. Yeah, I got that one too, man. I skipped on the green one, but I got that blue one. Like, as soon as I took it out of the box,
it was just... stores, or did you find it? How did you find it?
I actually got it from Ami Ami.
You got it from Ami Ami, okay.
Yeah, I went through them. So I paid a little more, but I couldn't find it anywhere else, like locally, like here in the States.
It hasn't showed up to Targets yet, apparently, but in Canada it has. So when I went to the Toy Tuber Expo that Ninja did in New Jersey, someone who drove from Toronto there, and he had like 6 of them. So I was like, I want one.
Whoa! Also, it's a Target exclusive?
It's a Target exclusive, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Gotcha. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I didn't want to take the chance, and so I just saw it at Ami Ami. And real quick, for reference, this is what we're talking about. Let me bring it up here. Let me make sure. I want to try to get rid of some of these ads here. Let me look for a better photo.
So, I don't think I have mine is upstairs right now.
Okay, no, it's all good. Yeah, but anyways, so we were talking about player 2 versions. Yeah, they came out with a Guile in blue, which was really awesome, and so I got it. And here we go, just quick photo here. This guy right here. Yeah, it looks really awesome, man. I love this color scheme because I'm biased. Blue is my favorite color, but yeah, when I took it out of the box, it just looked awesome. Like, oh damn, this is sweet. But anyways, yeah, just that's what we're talking about for those of you who are kind of curious. So. Similar situation, player 2 version here, Entertainment Earth exclusive. Oh, here's how he's showing his Guile on the Jeep.
I did get a 1/12 scale Jeep, and Guile fits perfectly in it. So
that's sick.
It's actually really dope too. Like, it has lights and everything, and it's remote controlled. So,
who did that Jeep?
That's freaking cool.
I have to look it up. I bought it on Amazon. It was like $60 or $70 on Amazon.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But it's a remote control car. Also,
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But it's cool. It's a perfect fit for Guile, and I was like, right, done.
That works. Yeah, awesome.
That's cool.
Talk about world building right there. Bam, there you go. Just have him drive around your house.
Exactly. I mean, I think I recorded him doing that too. So.
Oh, did you? That's awesome. All right. So going on from Jada Toys to, like X-Men was saying here, Storm Arena has a new figure up for pre-order. This is the Charlie Nash from the Alpha 3 series. So this is what Arena has been working on recently. They've been doing their figures from Street Fighter Alpha 3. And I covered a couple of these in previous figure lowdown. So far they came out with Ryu and Ken, and Sagat or Sagat should be on the way. I don't think that's released yet. I don't know if it is. It's like certain areas.
Yet,
Okay, it hasn't, or it has?
It has not yet. It's I mean, you can still PO it.
Right. Okay.
But it should be out soon. Even
Right,
Ryu
okay,
hasn't officially released yet in certain parts. Like certain places
okay,
haven't received them yet.
Gotcha. Yeah. So still fairly new. You know, like I was just saying, some of their figures have yet to be released. But so here we got Nash, or Charlie Nash, $30 USD, set to come out Q1 of next year. 2 interchangeable head sculpts as well, 3 pairs of hands, his somersault shell, glasses, which is kind of cool. It has removable glasses, dog tags, and a stand. For those that aren't familiar with Street Fighter or Nash, he's similar to Guile, right? His moveset and his playstyle is kind of similar to Guile. It's just kind of like a variant there, from what I recall. Yep. But yeah, very, very similar. So this one looks really cool as well. This looks like a cool figure. I haven't pre-ordered it yet. I'm thinking about getting this one just because of the uniqueness. You know, it's Charlie. And now that I have that Guile, it'd be kind of cool to pair up. Not that I need to pair him with anything, but still, it just looks like a cool figure overall, like a fun figure.
Yeah.
And so similarities, I mentioned in the first one, the figure lowdown, where we talked about the Ryu when Storm Arena came out with that, and the Ken. You know, I went through a comparison between the Jada toys and Storm. And so Avi, do you want to take a crack going back to X-Men's question about, you know, how do these compare to the Figuarts? As a big Street Fighter fan, you may have more knowledge and experience on that. So you want to give your thoughts on that?
I mean, you know, compared to like Storm Arena, I played with Storm Arena Ken not too long ago. Compared it to Jada, and Storm Arena is definitely a lot better, like quality wise and just movement wise, articulation wise. There's like a night and day difference between those two figures. Now, I still think SHF quality wise is a lot better than Jada. Street Fighter, it depends on the character. I should say honestly, because like I played with Bison, and Bison from Jada was a lot better than SHF Bison. But the Ryu, the Ken, the Chun-Li, quality wise, and then just the plastic and movement, I felt like it was SHF just killed Jada. But again, that's a $60-$70 figure from SHF compared to a $25 Jada toys, right? So
yeah,
it's the value is definitely there for Jada. But now Storm Arena is coming out with these $30 figures. That's honestly killing both Jada and SHF.
Yeah.
So I mean, for the buck, this is a better quality. I mean, this is a better toy, and then on top of that, quality-wise, this is just like mind-blowingly better compared to both. And I mean, the biggest concern with Storm is, are they going to finish everyone, the roster? Because they have a habit of not doing that.
Who have they done so far?
They've made 5. This is number 5 that just got released. I think the first was Ken, Ryu. Then they had Sagat, Dan, and now Nash.
Oh, yeah, I did see Dan.
Yeah, Dan. Yeah, I didn't cover Dan, but yeah, he is part of that. I think the same wave as Nash and Sagat, I think.
So, I mean, I'm excited for this. The Ken is awesome. Like, I played with that in hand. It was a great figure. They did a really good job. I mean, I saw other toy maker, like manufacturers playing with a figure, and they're like, they're changing the game. At a $30 price point, they're like, it made a lot of people rethink of their own toys. Like, they're making themselves.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. Man.
You know, when you hear that from a toy maker, you're like, well, shit, okay, that's cool. So, I mean, again, $30 price point, you can't beat that. And with the articulation, with the quality you're getting, so I just hope they finish the roster. And I know they got a lot of crap from Jada when Jada released their line, and this line was honestly a response to Jada. That's really what it was. Yeah. And I'm glad they responded well, and they just need to keep it up.
Yeah, and you know, in general, right? I think Avi, you mentioned this as well. You know, just competition and for us it's win-win, right? Because it's like these manufacturers, they push each other to try to basically one up each other, no pun intended, and just, you know, get better, and then we win as collectors because now we have more options, and so it's awesome. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It was just like, yeah, some people were like, oh, what the hell, Arena's now trying to copy what Jada's doing. You know, why weren't they doing that before? You know, that came out of nowhere. But again, yeah, it's just now we have better products because of it. So and then we have just more options, so which is awesome. I will say though, going back to the and I mentioned this on the previous streams, but comparing like Jada, I think when Jada first came out with their figures compared to the SHFiguarts Ryu, their articulation cuts are different, but the main thing is also in the waist too. In the SHFiguarts, at least the one I have, I don't know if they changed it since, but in the Ryu, his upper coat is attached to the upper waist, and so like if you were to, like, it's on a ball peg, if you were to split it, it would cut the coat in half, whereas like in the Jada toys, it's all one piece, like it covers the upper torso, so you can remove the coat, but it actually, here, give me a second here, like I get it real quick.
This guy looks pretty dope.
He does. It's funny too because a lot of people don't remember NECA doing Street Fighter toys.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And NECA made Street Fighter figures, and
I don't remember that. Huh.
I have the Chun-Li. Chun-Li's one of my favorite characters of all time, so I have all the different Chun-Li's that they've done over the years. And from a toy that like NECA, I get scared of when you bend like the knees and the arms because you worry about it breaking. Dude, I was doing straight up 90 leg with the Chun-Li, and I was just like, why didn't they do their toys like that today, like they did back in the day? Like it's a good solid, like you could break a window with that toy.
With the NECA one? With the NECA one, you're saying?
Yeah, the NECA Chun-Li. Yeah. Like it's a heavy, solid figure. I was like, man.
I don't even think I realized that they did Street. Was that a long time ago?
I don't remember the year honestly, but I mean, I have a couple of them. Like they made a Nash too.
Did they? Wow.
They did, yeah. I have a Viper from NECA as well. I think it's up there. I mixed it with my Storm Collectibles. Oh,
I see. Okay, gotcha. So here's what I'm talking about here. I happen to have this Ryu here in the shelf, but so X-Men, what I was saying here, like you see this coat here. It's connected to the upper torso, and then there's like this right here, this lower part of the coat is a separate piece, and so like if you wanted to, you can pop this off, this upper part, the torso, and then this bottom part would be detached and separate. I don't know if you can. There's like a ball joint in here, but as opposed to the Jada toys is just like a coat that covers the upper torso. You can remove the coat and you can just have him topless if you want, like hot summer Ryu.
Oh yeah.
But so yeah, let me set that there. So yeah, it's just cool, man. Like and then Abby, you went to SDCC, and I was looking at some of your photos and some of the other photos that other content creators posted. But it's interesting now because Jada Toys, so Storm Arena has been focusing on Alpha 3 figures, Street Fighter Alpha 3 figures, and then Jada Toys has been doing Ultra Street Fighter 2, but apparently there at SDCC, Jada Toys showed off some Alpha 3 figures, including Nash, right?
I'm trying. They did say Alpha 3 was going to be their next wave. I don't think it was Nash that I remember.
Because I think there was like a Nash and a Ryu. I know I saw Ryu, but I think I saw another.
I remember seeing Ryu when I was there. Yeah. It was Ryu that I saw, not Nash. At least when I was.
Yeah, I think it was standing down below because the main differentiating factor was the knees. I think the way they did the articulation of the knees, that Jada compared to this one here was different. Like the knee had like a longer, smoother, like rounded edge. I was gonna find photos, but I couldn't find like photos of that specific Charlie. I know it was on your Instagram. You posted it on there, and I seen other photos of it too. But yeah, it was just either way. Like the point being that it's just interesting now that Jada's like, okay, well, you're doing that. We're gonna do Alpha 3 figures too. So what? Stop us. So now they're like the same line, same different manufacturers are now going head to head. Whereas Abby has it here. Okay, yeah. So this is Jada Toys, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Ryu and Chun-Li here.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's gonna be
very cartoony.
Very cartoony. Yeah. But that's what's saying when you look at the Ryu from it looks like there is a Nash there too. You're right. I didn't get him. He got cut off.
Gotcha. Yeah, you see how the knee is like a little more like elongated, but like bulky. Yeah, smoother compared to this one here. Yeah, so that's one of the things I noticed. Yeah, interesting. Okay, thanks for pulling those up. So yeah, more direct competition. Before you could say like, okay, which look do you want? Do you want the Street Fighter Alpha 3 or do you want the Ultra Street Fighter 2 look for Ken and Ryu? But now it's like, it's just going straight. Which manufacturer do you prefer and or why?
I mean, honestly,
or you can get both.
I'll buy all of them. So
there you go.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Street Fighter, so I'll generally buy most of the Street Fighter stuff I see.
You love them all, yeah.
Except for the Starman stuff, I kind of missed out on those, and I'm kicking myself for missing out.
Oh yeah, the 6-scale ones.
The 6-scale ones, yeah.
Yeah. Yep, Playtoy and Starman are so far. I think they've. I'm trying to remember now. They've only done the females, I believe. I'm trying to go off memory.
Someone has done 1/6 Ryu as well.
Yeah. I think you're thinking about Iconic. They did Ryu. Probably, I have that. I have the and the can from Iconic Studios. It's cool. It's just really like exaggerated, it's like reminiscent of the game where like their proportions are really like thicker and fuller. And so as far as posing, it makes it a little challenging because it's, like the muscles are bumping into each other when you go to articulate it, like on the elbows and stuff like that. So I know some people have mentioned issues with like, because that's some of the there's like some springiness in the articulation. But it looks great though. Like it's silicone, so it has that squishiness to it. But yeah, it looks like the source material exaggerated, like big feet, Hobbit feet, and So I just got those two, Ken and Ryu, and I skipped out on. They did Akuma also. They did Akuma, and apparently Chun-Li's still coming. So if you're interested, Abby.
There's several Chun-Li's out there in 6-scale.
Yeah. I ended up getting the. I think it was the Playtoy one, the Chun-Li. With the blue and white. I mentioned this before, the blue and white uniform. Not the traditional one, but the full-bodied one.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Anyone got any more thoughts on Storm Arena Nash, or just, I guess, the Jada toys in general versus Storm Arena?
I'm looking forward to their competition.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That is not a regulation haircut.
No, it's not. Definitely.
He would not get away with that in the military.
Yeah, I know. You're right. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I wonder. Like, I guess he's just pulling rank here. Maybe he's an officer.
Him and Guile both, they'd be screwed.
Yeah. Hey, what is going on there? Yeah, officer. But like obviously I'm looking forward to seeing how this comes out. I don't know. I'm still on the fence on it though. It looks good. Maybe I'm gonna see how Jada's comes out when they announce theirs. We'll see what that is looking like. Definitely got options. All right, going on to the next one. Switching up from Street Fighter to other fighters, we have the Loosecollector Youngblood. So we got two here from Youngblood. We got Shaft and Diehard. Shaft. We're gonna go over Shaft first. Both of them run, again, the range between $79 and $85 USD, depending where you buy it from. Set to come out next year as well, Q1. 36 points of articulation. Damn, that's a lot for, that's more than typical. So that's kind of crazy to see, and which is awesome, though, but still. To see here, so Shaft, 2 head sculpts, 5 pairs of hands, his bow, quiver, of course, his signature weapons, and removable gear, apparently. I'm not sure to what point what is removable, but it does say some removable. Here was like a very tiny print. Wristbands, ankle bands, arm bands, all that stuff is going to be removable. Full transparency, I am not familiar with Youngblood at all. I know this was created by Rob Liefeld. I think this is one of the starting point, if not signature comics with Image Comics. When Image started, I think this was their first one. I think X-Men may know. He can probably shed some light on this for us, but I've heard of Youngblood, but I know nothing other than like basic Wikipedia stuff, and that it was created by Rob Liefeld. So here's Shaft here, kind of like a Hawkeye-ish character. And then here is Diehard, who appears to be another kind of version of a Deadpool character. So Diehard here comes with also 5 pairs of hands, his sword, scabbard, knife, battle shield, pulse cannon, and also removable gear. So probably referring to like the wristband, armbands, and things like that. So cool concept for 36 points of articulation, especially. I'm curious to see how these are going to come out. I believe these are the first 2. There's 5 in the group, so Youngblood's a group. There's 5. I think these are the first 2, although I haven't seen any, so you guys can confirm. Let me know if I'm mistaken on that, but these are the first 2 of the group from Loosecollector and the Youngblood line. But going to be a pass for me, but I think they look cool. I'll turn it over to X-Man. So you want to kind of fill in the gaps here on anything I missed or shed some more light on Youngblood? these figures.
The only character I remember from Youngblood, aside from these two, is Badrock.
Yeah, Badrock.
And that's like their Hulk / the Thing character.
Okay.
Just a big old gray rock dude.
Yeah.
Oh, and this guy, Cabot. I think his name was Cabot.
Yeah, he's like a cable
and he's like
guy,
Cable,
right?
basically.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Image Comics, man. Image Comics, because the wheels were off, man. Like when they went over and did that, it was like everyone brought their notebooks from when they were like 12, and all the characters that they made up. They're like, let's just do them all. And that was the beauty of Image Comics, man. There was so much crazy stuff that came out of that. And like, I never really followed Youngblood so much. I was more of a Wildcats, Savage Dragon.
Oh yeah.
He was kind of adjacent to that.
Yeah.
But Chapel. Okay, Chapel was cool. No, the dude on the far end. Chapel, it was like that was a major player in the Spawn comics.
Oh wow, okay, didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't like have a lot of screen time, but he was dude's best friend, and when he died, this dude he's the guy who killed him. We find out later on, and all kinds of crazy stuff.
What the hell?
Yeah, Chapel was something else. But yeah, man, okay. They all had weird feet. It was Rob Liefeld at his height.
And real quick here, this is I'm pretty sure this is in fact Cable, but I think they're just comparing it to Marvel Legends here. This is looks like an old Cable, and this is Shatterstar, I believe, right here on the far right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these aren't part of the Youngblood line. I think again, it's just for comparison, and just
they weren't shy about ripping off Marvel characters.
Yes, you can tell.
Yes. Yeah, just leaning into it, just like might as well, just right here in the shot alone. Yeah. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead, X-Man.
Oh no, that's. There's really not a whole lot else to say. It was a wild time, man. They just threw it all out there. It was great.
Did not give up.
Nothing was off the table, man.
Yeah.
It was the Wild West over at Image Comics.
Yeah, because a lot of them, well, I don't know, like some of them, if not all of them, were former employees at Marvel, right? And they just had issues one way or another, and they just
they're
left
like,
and did their own
thing,
thing,
your
right?
crap. We're gonna do our own thing, and boy, did they ever! Man, they had some great books come out of that too. Like Shadowhawk was sick as hell. Yeah,
I remember that.
Man, it was so good. It was so much fun.
Yeah. Is any interest to you then, X-Men?
Not terribly, but I'll tell you what. If they want to make Gen 13, if they want to make Wildcats,
yep,
I might be swayed because these look pretty good from what I can see. I can't really get too deep into them, and because they're small pictures, but they look pretty darn good. They're certainly better than what they were putting out back in the 90s.
Yeah,
like from Todd Toys, back before Mattel sued him for his own friggin' name, and like Playmates were doing them too, and they were great figures at the time. But this is far and away much more advanced than what that was, and it should be, because we're 30 years later.
Yeah,
and Todd McFarlane probably should think about that.
So pass for you, it sounds like, for sure, on this Youngblood.
Yeah, on these guys, yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I'll tell you, if I see any of the ones that I used to get, oh boy.
Yeah. Philip the Fool here saying, love Savage Dragon. He's like with you.
Savage Dragon was awesome.
Yeah. Avi, any interest in these figures, in these Youngblood figures?
I'm not familiar with Youngblood, so it would be a pass for me. I mean, even Loosecollector. You said Loosecollector are the ones that make this, right?
Yeah.
So their figures are like a hit or a miss most of the time.
Yeah.
I own a lot of their female figures, I should say, like that they've done. What was it? Was it Roja?
Oh, yeah, La Muerta and Roja.
La Muerta
and
Roja.
That's those guys.
That's probably my favorite two that they've done. And then
Yeah.
Vampirella was pretty decent as well, but again, like a hit or a miss. Like some of the other ones weren't, like Purgatory wasn't that great.
Gotcha.
You know, so it just really depends. Articulation was lacking.
Oh, is it? Are they doing? I always get them confused because I know they're pretty similar with Executive replicas. Who's doing Lady Death? Is that them or is that Executive?
I think it was Loosecollector.
Is it Loosecollector? Okay.
Yeah, who did Lady Death? I think I have Lady Death somewhere.
I know I've talked about them before, but yeah, we go through so many figures I forget who's doing what. But I know one of them is doing the Lady Death. But I agree, La Muerta. Oh man, I was just gushing about that figure. I didn't get the Roja, but I got La Muerta. I got that in 6 scale too. I got that as a set. I think I covered that. Yeah, and that is awesome too. I like it. Not a lot of people talked about it though, but yeah, it came with 2 skeletons that were also die cast. Yeah, it was sick, man. It was a cool set. Yeah, that was done by actually Executive Replica, if I'm not mistaken, the 6 scale one. Yeah. But okay, yeah. So pass for you then too. It sounds like on these.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did talk about last on the previous figure lowdown. We talked about the those monsters, the mythical, like the Yeti, the Bigfoot, and the Skookum. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure those were also Loosecollector, I believe. Again, I'm going off of memory here. I should memorize that, but I don't. But yeah, so yeah, it sounds like I don't have many. I just have a few of them. But apparently, yeah, like hit or miss from what Abby was saying. So, but it's cool nonetheless that they're coming out with some of the stuff here. All right. Anything else on Youngblood? Loosecollector's Youngblood figures, Diehard and Shaft. Can you dig it? Nope. All right. Last figure, gentlemen. Here we are. Last figure of the stream, 12 scale. We have this is an interesting one. This one really caught my eye. So this is the Powerspot toy. Never heard of them. Powerspot toy Xpedian Silver Lightning Commando. So there's 2 versions of this one. There's the standard and the deluxe. Standard, brace yourselves, $99 USD. Deluxe is $119 USD, and I'll go through the differences here. There's not that major, but yeah, there's some slight differences. Accessories mostly. Standing at 6.7 inches, so 17 centimeters, set to come out Q1 2026. And the cool thing about this, I will say off the bat, is that this was actually a successful crowdfund campaign in China. So whatever their equivalent is, I forgot the name of it is. In China, they did a crowdfund, and it funded. And so now some of the retailers here on stateside picked this up as well. And I guess they ordered it from there. They backed it. I presume. I don't know the story, but yeah, now they're selling it. I know 5K has it. Gundam has it. So this is the figure where I had wanted to make a note here of the description. So there's a figure, and then it has a base that you can buy separately, which I'll show here. I think I got some photos, but anyway, so there's on Gundam you can get either the standard deluxe or the deluxe set that comes with the base, or you can get the base separately. But in the description on Gundam between the standard and deluxe, they list the same amount of accessories. But I'm pretty sure that's an error, though. It's a typo, because there's only certain accessories that come with the deluxe that don't come in the standard. So just, if you go on there, just kind of be wary of that. And I think they're showing the wrong photos for the wrong version. I think they're showing the deluxe for the standard and the standard for deluxe. So last I looked anyway. So just keep that in mind and just be mindful of that when you go, if you do pre-order from them. But again, this is also up at 5K, which doesn't have the base for some reason. So here, looking at the standard, we got the two replacement heads, so 3 heads total, or they're more like face plates. I mean, we'll see some more photos, but let me see if I can zoom in here. So you have this standard neutral expression here that's on the figure itself, one kind of surprise screaming one, and then this kind of zombie, slightly mutated head, which I'm already loving. So that's cool. That has that there. 5 pairs of hands, assault rifle, is pistol. Let's see. And a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff like replaceable tool packs, pistol attachments, a saber or his blade there, grenades. Yeah, just a bunch of different stuff. It's a backpack with some weapon attachments to it. And yeah, magazines. Yeah, I mentioned grenades. So yeah, a lot of cool, interesting stuff on this one. So that's a standard. So with the deluxe, you get everything that the deluxe or the standard comes with. Plus, check this out. You get this fully mutated mutant head here. that attaches to, you do a head swap here. What this mutant head does have, it looks, you can articulate it. I don't know if it actually has a wire in it, a bendable wire, but it does say movable down here, like in the description. So you get that. You get the military pulse rifle with like some connector that attaches to his backpack, and some other like attachments to connect all that stuff together. You get some other components to attach to the head, that mutant head. And let's see, I think that's pretty much it. Just these items here that you see on the screen. So like other minor things, but so that's the difference between the deluxe and the standard. So overall, this figure just looks cool. I think this is just a photo of that whole crowdfunding situation. I'm not sure what this is. This is on per 5K's website, but it's pretty cool. You kind of see they have photos that would be on their crowdfund. They show you how some of the articulation works. It looks like there's like a drop down hip action there. How the faceplates will be interchangeable here. You can kind of just lift them off. It looks like it's gonna be magnetic. I want to say it's a magnet, but I'm not sure. I didn't have time to translate this. And here he is with that mutant head, the zombie head. Again, showing off the articulation and what's going to be possible. So yeah, it looks like it's all going to be there. I just love the look, though. Just stuff like this appeals to me. It has like a Starship Troopers-esque type of like sci-fi horror aspect going on here, which is really cool. And I don't know if this is based on anything. Please let me know, panelists, in the chat, in the comments. I'm not sure what this is. I didn't see anything when I was doing my research, but either way, I don't need a reason. This is one of those things where like I don't have a connection to, but it appeals to me, so it's most likely coming home. But with that, I'll pause there and I'll turn it over to Abby. You got any thoughts on this?
I mean, it looks cool. I don't know. I have no idea what this is. It looks really cool. I just wish it wasn't teal.
You don't like the teal color?
And honestly, the main reason is because my wife is a big fan of teal. And so I have teal furniture all over my house, and like pillows, and I refuse to buy anything teal now just because just on principle, honestly.
No, he's perfectly camouflaged now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I do like that extra head though. That was pretty dope. That's on the deluxe, I think.
So real quick before I go to that, but here's the base that I'm talking about. You can either get it separately. On Gundam's site and maybe some other retailers, but or you can get it in a set. So here's that base. It looks like he just took out some creature and he's standing on it.
Sword fits in too. Like that sword he comes with fits right into.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't catch that. Yeah, you're right. Just put it in there. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. Again, like I just wish it wasn't teal.
This head here.
So look, if you scroll down a little bit, you see the hands too. The hands are different.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this is sick, man. This looks badass. Damn it, Abby. That sucks that you're not a fan of teal. No.
But I mean, it looks really dope. I really like that head too, though, honestly. I think that's a cool head.
Yeah, this looks awesome. Yeah, you're just talking about having fun and different display options. This is really cool. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't notice that the knife was there, but I think I might go in the deluxe set. I don't recall if I ordered anything from Gundam It. I think I may have ordered. I didn't have any issues there. But I know I've heard of a lot of people order from them. I just can't say for sure.
I've heard Gundam It is pretty safe as well. I've never ordered personally from them, but you said it was on 5K as well, though, right?
Yeah, but it's weird though. They don't have the base. They have both the standard and deluxe on 5K. 5K, I've shopped there multiple times. They've been great. No issues with them. But Gundam It, I can't recall. I have to go back and see if I ordered something from them, and I don't think I've had any issues. Nothing stands out, anyways. But I know people get their figures from there too. But this looks cool, man. Yeah. X, you got any thoughts on this guy?
Sandworms, hate them.
Sand. You know I hate them.
Yes. That's the only thing I can think of.
Sandworms, yeah. Grapple, yeah. There's something. What do they call this here in the a brain eater head? That's what they called it. A brain mutated
brain eater head.
Brain eater head, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
That's man.
I don't know what that is based on, but yeah,
that's the most metal album ever made.
Yeah, brain eater head. Yeah, this one here. Yeah, this guy. That's funny. This and I forgot to mention this mouth part here in the middle. Apparently, there's a ball joint in there, so you can articulate that. Apparently, if I'm reading that, if I'm understanding that correctly. So yeah, there's an articulation in the neck apparently, and in this
nice.
and the mouth here. So, oh yeah, this head right here, man. Like you guys know me, and like I'm a horror fan and zombies. This looks sick right here. This is what like is it starting to transform. You can like it's like a stages, right? Like a phase is kind of like in his initial phase. That's just cool, man. I can see some people, you photographers out there doing some interesting stuff with this.
Definitely.
Yeah, really cool, man. Really cool. Whoops, I'm over here highlighting it. Going back. Yeah, this looks sick. So yeah, I think I'm really tempted by this. I think I might pull a trigger on this one. And plus, because it's it was a crowdfunding. I'm always with stuff I'm a fan of as far as crowdfunds. I like to support, and especially those companies who are coming off out of nowhere, just starting off, and they have a good idea, cool concept, and they're passionate about something. I'm willing to support them where I can. So I think I might just do that. Granted, obviously this is, like I said, China based, but still, like art is from all around the world, right? Not just in what we're familiar with. So I gotta respect and appreciate the art in all art forms and from everybody. So it's really cool. Yeah. So win-win. Well, that's my justification. Dun-dun-dun. All right, you guys, any more thoughts on Powerspot toy Xpedian Silver Lightning Commando?
That is a mouthful.
Yeah, I know. Silver Lightning Commando. Yeah, it kind of also reminds me of Centurions. Every time I see the name, also like I think of Centurions.
Oh, hey, yeah.
I do have, by the way, I do have those the ones that Ramen Toy did, or the not Centurions. I don't think they're licensed, but
oh man, I've been meaning to get into Ramen Toy. They do some good stuff.
Yeah,
they did that. Yeah, they did that Brave Star.
Yeah, they're doing his partner, the horse. What is his name? 30. Yeah, dude, I remember that cartoon. Yeah, and I had that costume that I don't know if it was Ben Cooper, but that Ben Cooper like costume of Brave Star. No, of 30 back in the day. Oh man.
Oh, dude, those figures back then were crazy too. They were big, man.
The huge ones, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. All right,
I know
gentlemen.
Ramen is making that giant sewer dio.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
they're coming through and
giving collectors, some of the stuff that others aren't, coming through with some of that nostalgia. So that's awesome, what they're doing. I've had a slight issue with ordering direct, but I'll say that for another stream. But that's just that was just me. Maybe that was just me. I don't know. Hopefully, it doesn't.
From Ramen?
Yeah, from Ramen Direct. Yeah.
What was the issue? If you don't mind me asking, you can tell me backstage too.
Okay, yeah. No, I'll just mention real quick. So yeah,
I know Ace personally, so I could talk to him.
Okay, gotcha. I think that was it on that one. Anyways, 5K. No, yeah, it was just it was just taking a while for them to ship something, and I kept following up, and they had like a tracking. They sent me like a tracking label, but it like never shipped, and I kept having to follow up, and it was like years too. And I'm one patient. I'm not one to like nag and bug. I'm like, okay, I understand they need to do their thing, and so I was patient. And it just took a while. It was like one of the Centurion sets, and so it just took a long time, and I have it to follow up, and they're like, oh yeah, it was like one of those things where like, yeah, we'll send it, it's coming soon, we're about to ship it type of thing, and I'm paraphrasing it, so I got to go back and look at the emails that I have, but yeah, I don't know, it just kind of seemed kind of sus. I don't know what's going on there. So I did eventually get it, but it was like way later than I was anticipating, so I'm not sure what happened with that.
Well,
the point where go ahead.
It's coming from overseas too, though. Just remember that.
Yeah, but even then, like it was longer than like overseas.
Was it longer than? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was like years. I think it was. I wanted more than. Yeah, it was crazy. I have to go back and I'll connect with you after. Like I'll get the details. But yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. And like I said, I've only ordered that one thing. It was with that particular item from them specifically, but I haven't. And I haven't ordered anything since, just because I haven't been interested in anything else. But still, like it wasn't a recurring thing. So I just maybe it was just that one-off thing for whatever reason. I don't know.
Their Misery van looks really dope too, though.
Which one's that one? The Misery.
It's like the Mystery Machine, similar to the Mystery Machine.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha. I see. Okay, yeah, I know they came through with that that Ghost. I forgot what to call it, the Ghost Rider vehicle, right? When Hasbro's didn't do well. Yeah, so I know they're stepping in and filling those gaps where they can. So yeah, they're still doing good stuff. So they're doing good stuff, I think. But we'll see how that goes. But gentlemen, we did it. Thank you for spending your Sunday with me. Appreciate it. Avi, again, special guest. Thank you for coming through. It was fun. This is great. I'm glad we were able to connect, go around the clock. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to shout out?
Yeah, I appreciate the invite. Thank you very much for that. And, definitely check out Figure Fight Club. We do a show Monday, Tuesday, and Friday.
Yes, sir. Like I said, link in the description below. So, and as well as his link tree, he has a bunch of other, you can catch him on the other social media platforms. So that's all linked in the description below. So check that out. And thanks again, Avi. Appreciate you, man. And if you have to jump off, no worries. I definitely understand. I know you were kind of looking on some time restraint there, but if you want to say to the very end, no, that's all good.
I'm good.
I'll leave it to you. Okay, you're good? Okay. Yeah, we're almost done here. X-Man Supreme, my man, thank you again for joining us and coming back again. I know you've come on here pretty regularly, so I appreciate you, especially, man, your time. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to shout
out? No, nothing in particular going on. I'm just trying to not spend $300 to $400 on this One Punch chick. But
one round, yeah.
One punch. I'm thinking about it. That's a dope looking figure.
Yeah,
but
man, it is. Yeah.
But no, it's always good to be here and chop it up with you. It's nice meeting you, Abby. I haven't seen any of what you're doing, but I'm gonna check you out because I've been following a lot of like 12 scale stuff and other stuff like that, and I don't collect it as much, but the nostalgia is still there. Yeah. So that's always fun. But yeah, it's just great to be here and find out about new stuff I didn't know about, and that's always good.
Yeah, man.
Getting enabled, sure. Right? Getting enabled.
Yeah, right. Where else can I spend money?
Yeah. Yeah. Where else can we help you spend your money? Yeah. Yeah. But gentlemen, thank you again. As far as for me, like I said, I'm going to try to be more consistent with my streams, so they're not as long. So like this one, we're just over 2 hours. I know that's just save some time there, a little bit over than what I thought, but still, it was still fun. We just discussing figures, man, discussing what we love. So appreciate you all. Thank you for the support in advance and your time. Just keep it locked on my channel. Of course, subscribe to get those notifications if you want, or check out my social media platforms, IG and Facebook. I'm mostly active on there for BZ's Figures. And I'll put up when I do streams and any other kind of content that I have. I do have another channel, BZ's Media, that I have. I'm not as active, but I put stuff up there. That's usually where I post stuff related to TV shows, movies, video games, things like that. So I just keep that content separated so I don't combine it all together, so to help with the algorithm and such on the YouTubes, the intrawebs. But that is there. So I have both those channels, and I try to do what I can in my spare time. So, Abby, I know I will join you guys for open mic night when I can. It's still in my head. So yeah, when I'm able to, I'm looking forward to jumping on and shooting the shit with you guys and just talking figures as well. So
yeah,
but yeah, no, that's awesome that you do that though. That you have that open mic night for whoever wants to go in. And if any of you are interested, yeah, be sure to check that out every Tuesdays. He puts a link in the chat, like he mentioned earlier, and whoever wants to join in. He has rules. I mean, those rules will post at the beginning, so make sure you please adhere to those.
I mean, the biggest is don't be a dick. That's really the biggest rule is. So.
Yeah, and it seems like people follow that pretty well. I haven't seen anybody who breaks that rule, so which is good. Yeah. We don't want that in any in any community. So, yeah, much love to you all again. Thank you for the support. Until then, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks all. Enjoy the rest of your 3-day weekend.